And we are back. Back like we never left. We are here today to lay witness to a Los Angeles Lakers versus Toronto Raptors game. We got some people missing the game tonight, so we will go through it as always as we run down each team's roster here. But should be a good game today. Should be a good game. Let's start the show. Thank you. We are back once again, people. Tonight, a non-Knicks game. We had two Knicks games in a row. We don't get those too often this year, right? I think we've only had 2 or 3 back-to-back games for the Knicks. So here today, we are watching the Lakers take on the Raptors, and an interesting night to watch the Raptors because obviously the Lakers, good team, mostly because of this guy right here, generational talent, although he will not be playing today. So normally, I would say we're going to start with the best player on the road team, and obviously that would be Luka Doncic, but he will not be playing today. So Toronto's chances of winning tonight obviously goes up. As Knicks fans, as a Knicks fan, and as most Knicks fans who obviously come to the channel here, we're looking for the Raptors to lose, but they keep on winning. They keep finding ways to win. So we're going to be watching this game very closely here tonight. But we will start with the Los Angeles Lakers, and it was a very interesting night in the NBA last night. So we will go around the league as well. But first, we're going to start with Luka Doncic. Psych. No, we're not because he's hurt. Karen, of course. What's up, Karen? Daniel Berry Sports. Kwame Robertson. What's up, Kwame? Normally, I would probably want to start actually with Austin Reaves before we get to LeBron, because LeBron is just coming back from injury. He's also 1,000 years old, so he's not the one of the best players in the league anymore. He's kind of just really good. As always, he's LeBron. We'll get to LeBron in a second. I don't have much to say about him. But Austin Reaves, I do have a lot to say about because, boy, oh boy, where did this development come from? Dude, it's crazy to me that Austin Reaves, undrafted rookie, and I know he could have been drafted but decided to not be drafted so he could have his choice of team. All of that, I get it. The backstory, I've read about it. Austin Reaves, I never saw this out of him. Even last year when he became a 20-plus point per game scorer, I was like, oh, look at Austin Reaves, really developing. Shout out to him. He's a definite all-star now. He will be on the all-star team. There's a lot of all-stars, so maybe not. But, like, this is a 28-point-per-game scorer, over 5 rebounds, damn near 6, over 6 assists, damn near 7. The assists are actually coming down, but that's because he plays alongside Luka Doncic and now a returning LeBron. So, obviously, the stats are going to slightly come down, but the points are staying there. He is the second go-to scorer on this team, and on some nights and in some quarters, whether Luka's on the floor or not, he becomes the number one option. That's how well he has been playing this year. I mean, he's over 50% from the field. He's damn near 90 from the foul line at 88 here, and he's 36.5% from three-point range, and as the scattering reports change to play up on him significantly harder, he's attacking the basket. He came in and kind of developed himself as like, yeah, he can knock down some shots, both off the movement, off the catch, and off the bounce playing out of the pick and roll. He's got a little handle to him, too. Nice player, Austin Reaves. And then it was like, oh, Austin Reaves is actually like, oh, he's really good. He's really good. But even going back to last year, there were stretches where J.J. Redick was experimenting with bringing Austin Reaves off the bench. And then you come into this year and you get this level of explosion for him. Reaves has made another leap this season, hitting the prime of his career. He is 27 years old, and the old adage in NBA basketball is that your prime playing years are about 27 to 33, right? You got about a 6-year run there where you are at your peak physical form of your life, and the experience in the mental game fully catches up with your physicality. And so Austin Reaves is now entering his prime, and if this is what his prime entails, how do the Lakers always pull up guys like this? Who knows? Who knows? He is upping his playmaking too, so it's not just the scoring. The scoring to me is probably the most impressive thing, but before even that, before LeBron came back and before Luka really started to like take hold of everything, he was averaging damn near 9 assists a game with still maintaining the 28 points per game. Now, some of that came off of like a couple really explosive early season games, and since then it's kind of mellowed out a little bit in terms of the other stats outside of the points per game, but the playmaking is still there. Just the usage and the opportunity is sort of evened out a little bit, so it makes more sense with other guys on the team, especially now that LeBron is back. But speaking of LeBron, he did just come back this year. He stayed at 15 points per game, 4 boards, 7 assists. Obviously a far cry of what LeBron's career averages are. Even last year, he averaged 24 points per game. That was a weird, tumultuous season with the whole AD thing and then the trade, and then, Luka was out even after the trade, and then he came back. But at 40 years old, he, for the first time in his career, didn't start the year ready to play. He had sciatica, so he sat out the first month of the year with the injury, recovering from it. And so here we are with LeBron, now returning 15.2 points per game, 4 rebounds, 7.2 assists. I mean, it's LeBron James, y'all. He's just old. What do you want me to say about him? What do you want me to analyze? It's LeBron. He's shooting 32% from 3, 46% from the field. He seems and 55% from the foul line is obviously disgusting, but it's never been a big strength of his game, but definitely better than that. It'll rise as he plays more games. The thing about having LeBron, and even at this stage of his career, is he seems just perfectly comfortable just being like, y'all do it. I've been waiting for this my whole career. Literally since, even if we just shrink that and just say, since he got to LA, he's been looking for a guy to be like, I want you to be the guy and I will support and back up you. That was the whole mantra of the Anthony Davis saga and Anthony Davis Los Angeles Lakers tenure. It's like, Davis, I need you to be the guy. I'm here to support you to be the 1A guy, and I will be your 1B or your 2 or whatever you need me to do. I'll fill in the spots. I'll still be a star. I'll run around defensively when the time calls for it. I'll play make. I'll score. I'll do whatever I need to do. I just need you to be the guy. I can't be the guy anymore. I'm getting too old. And Anthony Davis was never really able to take the reins that way. Now, obviously, Luka can, and he has. And so I think you're going to see a much more subdued LeBron James and also Austin Reaves. Both of those guys were just like, cool, we're the best guys on the team now. And LeBron is like, awesome. You guys do your thing. I'll fill in where necessary. Now, tonight with no Luka Doncic, I'm going to be interested to see how LeBron James plays with no Luka this season. I believe it's going to be his first game without Luka since he came back. Obviously, Luka's missed a couple of games this year. So will he be more on ball? Will he be more ball dominant? Very interesting watch tonight for LeBron James for his first game without Luka this season. And that's going to bring us over to their biggest offseason acquisition. That's Deandre Ayton, because they didn't really have bigs on this roster, even going back to last year, especially after the Anthony Davis trade. Davis was really their only big. For years, they were trying to get Anthony Davis to play center. He said multiple times he doesn't want to play center. And so for years, they were signing these like good vet centers, like your JaVale McGee's and guys like that. But last year, they came into the season, they were like, Anthony Davis, you got to play center. He was like, I don't want to play center. And they said, well, we don't have any other centers. We have Jackson Hayes. And he was like, well, then play Jackson Hayes. And obviously, they didn't want to do that. But they did. They obliged. Because of course. And after the Luka Doncic trade, they didn't have any bigs then to go to once Davis was out, because they committed to Davis being their center. Dre, what's up, Dre? Appreciate you, my man. Niall Dimitri with a very generous super chat. He said, let's go Knicks. Now, no Knicks tonight, Niall Dimitri. Appreciate you, though, brother. Appreciate you. We will be back tomorrow with the Knicks as they take on the Utah Jazz. Unfortunately, the Jazz. We got a Jazz game, but Kwame said, I think Giannis is coming to New York. I don't think so at all, Kwame. I think they offered, and I think the Milwaukee Bucks said, no thanks, come back with a better offer. And I think the Knicks said, no thanks, that's our best offer. They said, well, pleasure doing business with you. And they said, okay, if you change your mind, hit us back up, and then maybe we could talk. But I don't see the Knicks going after Giannis super hard. But we get to DeAndre Ayton here for the Lakers. And Ayton, obviously former number 1 overall pick. He and Luka were in the same draft, funnily enough. DeAndre Ayton, good basketball player, has all the talent in the world, great size, 7 foot tall, big broad shoulders, nice soft touch around the rim. He's got everything you kind of want out of a center, except for the fact that I don't even really think he likes basketball. I think he's just really tall and pretty good at it. And so, he was kind of also a great avenue to make a ton of money, which is, fine. Not everybody has to like the job that they do. It's just, weird in a competitive situation here where you really need DeAndre Ayton to be locked in. And this was always his issue when he was with the Suns, the team that drafted him, and part of the reason why they ultimately elected to move on from him. And it was the same issue in Portland, where Portland wasn't a very good team, and you can make the argument that DeAndre Ayton didn't really have to worry about winning too many games. All he could do is go out there and have fun, and still didn't seem like he was all that bought in to actually playing basketball. Justice's dad, what's up, Justice's dad? Let's let the world know tonight, Deep's NBA graphs with a ceiling of America versus Canada, Lakers versus Raptors game. Absolutely. DeAndre Ayton, though, this year, I say all of that to preface this with DeAndre Ayton's been fantastic so far this year. I think this is like the most you could ask out of him. About 16 points per game, 8.5 boards, one assist, but 1.1 blocks, 0.7 steals, 71.2% from the field. Listen, when you play alongside Luka, this version of Austin Reaves, and now you add in LeBron, rim running big men have always succeeded, especially with Luka, right? Now, no Luka tonight, so I don't want to bang the hammer of what it's like to play with Luka, although it's hard to ignore that when you're talking about a Luka Doncic-led team, because Luka becomes the team. He becomes the offense. He is the engine. He is the ultimate successor to the James Harden mantra of heliocentric basketball. So, Deandre Ayton, though, I wrote down here, we all thought that Ayton in Los Angeles, playing for J.J. Redick, a psycho basketball coach, was going to be a disaster waiting to happen. But he's been consistent and seems bought into his role. Deandre Ayton's been good. He's been really good. And it's been surprising. Now it's 20 games to the year. Maybe there's an episode at some point. But for the most part, I think it's a success. He was the most talented big man that they could go out and acquire. We've known that the Lakers have since the Anthony Davis trade. We've known that the Lakers are in desperate need of a big man. They made the Mark Williams trade. They made the Mark Williams trade last year at the deadline and then reneged on the trade because of injury concerns. But going out and getting Deandre Ayton was obviously a risk, and so far it seems like a risk that is paying off. We get the Rui Hachimura. Rui, solid, good, really valuable role player, kind of saved from the Wizards organization. If you want a young player that has potential but hasn't realized that potential, go trade for a Wizards young guy, right? The Lakers did it with Hachimura. Oh, look, Hachimura was like kind of middling in his NBA career out there in Washington. The Lakers pick him up, and it's like, oh, no, he's a good NBA role player. You look at Denny Avdia, young Wizards guy, but not really realizing his full potential, goes to Portland Trail Blazers. He's probably going to be a first-time All-Star this year. You look at guys even like Daniel Gafford. Go ahead, trade for Daniel Gafford, Dallas. Oh, he's a really good starting big man. Oh, that's right. He can actually help you win basketball games and not be terrible on a tanking team. There's one other one that I wanted to mention, but I'm forgetting off the top of my head. But moral of the story is, if you want Ryan Robbins over on Milwaukee, who seems like he's the starting point guard of the future for Milwaukee, although Giannis may throw a monkey wrench into that and may explode the whole Milwaukee thing. But Ryan Rollins having a huge breakout year this year. Oh, yeah, by the way, the Washington Wizards just released him. They just said, you don't have to be on this team. Get out of here. Okay. Now Dimitri said, no matter the team, you provide great entertainment. Thank you again. Appreciate you now. Appreciate you, man. Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug? So if you want a really good role player, really even a young guy that maybe people aren't like just for like a solid price. Normally trading for young players who are still on rookie contracts is very difficult to do. If you want a young guy, go negotiate with the Washington Wizards. I mean, even now they have a bunch of young guys. Obviously, you're not going to get a guy like Alex Sarr or maybe even a Keyshawn George, but I don't know, Bub Carrington, maybe call the Wizards and say, hey, what can you give us Bub Carrington? Because he's not having a great year. A Bilal Coulibaly who's starting to come out of that rookie contract, and you have to decide how much you're going to be paying him. Maybe go get him. Maybe there's a Denny Avdia-esque, maybe not all-star, but he can be better than what he has been. He had 2 points the other night. I think he can be better than giving you 2 points on a given night. I'm just saying. I just wanted to give a shout out to Rui Hachimura. 14 points per game so far this year, 3.6 rebounds about 1 assist a game. He's kind of just a wild card. I wrote here he can be a wild card in terms of what he provides. The other night he took 1 shot, I believe, and had 2 points. Oda Austin, what's up, Oda? Hachimura can give you 20 or he can give you 5. He's one of those guys. Consider those guys wild cards on teams. Every team has a wild card. You don't know what you're going to get on a night-to-night basis, and it usually is reserved for those role guys who you can throw in there and see if they have it. If they don't have it, you go deeper into your bench. But the value of Rui Hachimura is a little bit better than just a random wild card, because he does give you on average about 14 points per game. Also shoots it extremely well from the field with his big size. He can be versatile defensively, although off-ball defense, he can have big lapses. 54% from the field and 46% from three-point range is absolutely ridiculous for Rui Hachimura as a wing, as kind of a power forward, maybe even small ball center. Obviously, you don't want to have to go through that, especially for a team that struggles defensively like the LA Lakers. But Rui Hachimura giving you this, giving you this right here is wonderful. Beautiful. Judge that said Rui's a play call, I think, for the Lakers. I think a lot of teams do similar things like that, where a play call for a specific player might just be their name or nickname. We get over to Marcus Smart, who is also not playing tonight, but I would like to say maybe a little bit of a comeback season for Marcus Smart after a couple of tumultuous 10 years with Memphis and then with Washington, kind of finding a little bit of a home here with the Lakers after spending the early part of his career with the Celtics. We know he can be a part of a winning team. He is getting up there in age. He does have a pretty, long list of injuries throughout his career, but we know what he can provide. After a couple of injury-riddled seasons, Smart seems healthy and back to his old self. Obviously wrote this for before he was ruled out these last couple of games, and that's for better or for worse. He is still a big old flopper. He's still an inconsistent shooter. The percentages still aren't there in terms of efficiency, even though his role is reduced, but still really good. I mean, he's still a defensive playmaker, still giving you 2.2 over 2 steals a game for Marcus Smart, which is good, which is valuable. You don't want to have to rely on him, but he is giving you good production. Dalton Connect will be getting some more shine tonight with the absence of Luka Doncic. You're going to want another scorer, another shooter out there. 7 points per game for him. Not a whole lot to go over with Dalton Connect. Doesn't get a ton of opportunities, but 48% from the field, 64% from the free throw line, and 35% from three-point range. Now, you may look at this, and I look at this, and we all go, this isn't the percentage of a knockdown three-point shooter, but that is the respect that Dalton Connect is guarded with. Even though the percentages don't show it yet, Connect gets the respect of a knockdown shooter because of his reputation from college, right? So we all feel like Dalton Connect is a knockdown sharpshooter, just necessarily hasn't shown that on a consistent basis in the NBA. We get to Jake LaRavia, and Jake LaRavia was actually a sneaky good pickup for the Lakers in the offseason. Started off the year really, really good. He was averaging for the first couple of weeks of the season around 11, 12 points per game. He's now down to 9, so he's coming back down to earth a little bit. The percentages are dropping down after starting the year over 40% from 3. It's now down to about 33, which is a lot closer to his career average. LaRavia seems to have found himself with the Lakers after a promising start to his career with the Grizzlies. He was good and he was solid, and it seemed like there was a future for Jake LaRavia there. And then obviously that relationship or that role that he had there kind of fizzled out. We know how the ups and downs and what has happened with the Memphis kind of culture and the vibe over there not working out well. So LaRavia now getting another opportunity here with the Lakers. Clear that maybe he can be a solid, consistent NBA role player. This is kind of the showcase to prove it now, especially with the Lakers as they have these guys rotating in and out of the lineups constantly. So Jake LaRavia, solid off the bench so far for the Lakers. He is still giving you 4 boards and 2 assists. So he does a little bit of everything when he does get into the game, but kind of similar to like a Rui. You kind of see if he has it that night. If not, you don't have to lean on him as much. We get to Jared Vanderbilt, and I think Jared Vanderbilt is going to play today. Sometimes he can be as Knicks fans, we have the Gershon Yabusele role of sometimes you're just the odd man out and you don't get a ton of minutes that night. Jared Vanderbilt is kind of the odd man out here with the Lakers, mostly because he doesn't provide any value offensively. Sorry to say. Mark, what's up, Mark? Appreciate you, big dog. It's tough to say about Jared because I think his value defensively is there. I think he's a game changer of a defensive. He can be, I should say, a game changer of a defensive player. He's quick. He's athletic. He's got strong hands. He's got a long wingspan. He can slide his feet a little bit. He can be physical with big, strong players. He can keep up with quick and speedy players. He can be really good for you defensively. The issue is he's taken so much off the table offensively. A quarter of the shots he takes from 3 going. 25% from three-point range is rough, especially for a perimeter-based player because he doesn't have much of an inside game. Not a great finisher around the basket. Not a very good intuitive cutter. He is, when you have him on the court, you essentially feel like you're playing 5-on-4 basketball. He's a big man in a wing's body at only 6'8", doesn't have elite athleticism in terms of leaping ability. So it can be difficult. Judge that said Vanderbilt started 2 of 14 games. He has started. He does have value. It is valuable to play him at times. The issue is playing him consistently, right? He's only played 14 games. There are some games where he's just the odd man out. I do think he will get minutes tonight, especially with Marcus Smart out, with Luka Doncic out, you may look to throw him in there. And obviously with the size and the wingspans that you have out there in Toronto, you may want to put him out there to stick him on Scottie Barnes for a bit or stick him on Brandon Ingram for a bit and see if he can give you enough value there. And you get the Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes was on his way out of the NBA. Started his year with his career with the Pelicans, being drafted by them, I believe 10th overall, out of Texas. He's only 25 years old. He's still young and developing. The thing, and I always say all the time, the NBA is a couple year league. You have a couple of years to establish yourself as even showing signs. And Jackson Hayes, the signs started to go very early in his career where it was, he might not be an NBA rotation big because he doesn't provide anything else outside of maybe just throwing down a couple of big dunks. The athleticism is great. He's a 7-footer. You don't have a ton of those around the league. I mean, you do, but enough that are actually somewhat skilled at basketball that can catch a pass and finish it. But I will say, if you can rim run and catch lobs, Luka will make you look great. And then now with this version of Reaves and getting LeBron back, these level of playmakers and passers will make you look great. And I think they've done that with Jackson Hayes. Now, salute to him because he plays hard. He plays with a passion and an energetic level that I think can resonate with a basketball team to keep him around, which is part of the reason why he has stayed around. But Jackson Hayes, 5.7 points and only 4 rebounds. Doesn't play a ton. Now that they have Deandre Ayton, last year they had to rely on him a lot as the starting center, which was a big ask for Jackson Hayes. But now as a backup big, you can throw him in there, tell him to be an energy big, rim run, throw down a big couple of dunks, get his team and the crowd hyped up, with some highlight reel plays. But he's kind of just, you throw him out there for the energy, and then you pull him out, and you try to get more skilled basketball players out there. Because when you have a combination of like Jackson Hayes and Vanderbilt off the bench is kind of your two bigs, both of those guys are so limited offensively that it's just, and then you have an unreliable factor in there of Deandre Ayton. What is he going to give you on a night-to-night basis? That's why it kind of makes it difficult for guys like Jackson Hayes and Vanderbilt to remain a permanent part of the rotations. Now we get to the Toronto Raptors, and we're going to start with Scottie Barnes, the home team here tonight. This game is in Canada, so the Lakers are on the road. But Scottie Barnes, 19.5 points per game, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. The last time the Raptors played, not the last time, but 2 games ago that they played against the Knicks, so we got we got the ability to watch them play, but they were on the second night of a back-to-back, so it wasn't a great representation of the Toronto Raptors. But I will say they are a team that plays hard, that fights, that will constantly try and keep themselves in the game, whether they have the energy or the offensive production to do so. Missing R.J. Barrett, he'll miss tonight's game again. He had a bad ankle sprain, so he remains out. Although inching closer as the days go. He should be making his return, I'd probably say, within the week. But Scottie Barnes is probably another All-Star appearance again this year. He is kind of on that cusp of, if he's having a standard year, Scottie Barnes should be an All-Star. If he's having maybe a down year, maybe he won't be an All-Star. But Scottie Barnes, 19.5 points per game, about 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.4 steals, and 1.6 blocks. Only 2.2 turnovers for a guy who is a little bit of the engine of the offense, kind of. 2.2 assists is pretty good. Almost 40% from three-point range, not on the highest of volumes, but also not on the lowest, right? If he's open and has space and time to load up, it takes him a long time to load up, but if he has space and time to do it, more times than not, he's knocking it down. 86% from the foul line and 50% from the field. Excellent percentages for Scottie Barnes. The efficiency is there. I would argue that this is probably the best season of Scottie Barnes' career so far in terms of just, this is usually what he provides you on a yearly basis at this point. This kind of seems like the bar for Scottie Barnes, but the efficiency is way up across the board, and maybe we could even give some credit of that to Brandon Ingram, coming over in the trade last year, making his season debut this season with the Toronto Raptors. He's fit in almost like a glove, and it was weird because after they made the trade, we all looked at their big four, maybe not all of us, but I definitely looked at their big four and went, I don't know about, the core four of Barnes, Ingram, Quickly, and RJ. Like, how does that gel? How does that fit? How does that work? None of those guys are consistent three-point shooters. The most consistent three-point shooter is Manuel Quickly, and he's a pretty inconsistent three-point shooter. Sometimes he has and sometimes he doesn't. How is this going to work where you put 3 or 4 ball-dominant players who neither of them are all that great from three-point range, and all of them do like to have the ball in their hands? How is that going to work? And so far, it's worked pretty dang well. about 22 points per game for Brandon Ingram, 6 boards, almost 4 assists for Brandon Ingram. Stats slightly down across the board compared to what he was averaging out there in New Orleans, where he had the ball in his hands almost all the time, especially considering how inactive Zion was while Brandon Ingram was there with the injuries. But Brandon Ingram, he does a lot of the ball handling. He is kind of the ISO go-to guy. Obviously, the best player on the team is Barnes, and the point guard of the team is Quickly, so he has the ball in his hands a lot as well. But it's just so interesting to see that having a go-to scorer, a guy who you know you can give the ball to and say, hey, man, go get me a bucket, can help open up the offense for everybody else because all of the attention is paid to Brandon Ingram, right? And he's had a pretty good year so far for them, even though the percentage don't necessarily show that, especially from three-point range. He's got to get that three-point percentage up if he wants to be a little bit more effective this year. But Ingram is having a great, efficient year for the Raptors, but has always struggled a little bit off the ball, and as a consistent three-point shooter, especially off the catch, kind of jumps forward on that three-point shot, which can limit the times he feels comfortable actually taking them. Doesn't take a ton off the bounce, so most of the time he's trying to operate in that mid-range game, which is great. He's good at that. But this is modern basketball, and 3 is more than 2. So you don't want to have to necessarily live out of that mid-range with no three-point ability, right? So he's got to get that three-point percentage up. He's capable of doing it. He shot about, I think, 37% from three-point range during his time in New Orleans, especially last season. But and I know he didn't play a ton last season. He dealt with injuries as well. But Brandon Ingram is capable of more than this. He also should be able to get easier looks. Now, they missed RJ for a stretch here, so he's done a lot of the ball handling, a lot of the initiating along with Scottie Barnes. But now that Immanuel Quickley is back, and we can get to it because RJ is going to miss another game today. Not much to say about RJ. He is having the best season of his career, or was having the best season of his career. Hopefully he can get back to this level of production because as a former Knick, I do like to see RJ be successful. 46.5, almost 47% from the field, which is great. 35% for three-point range is probably what you're going to get from RJ, and 63% from the foul line is probably what you're going to get from RJ, unfortunately. But he is not playing tonight. So you get to Immanuel Quickley, the starting point guard for this team in his first year as a full-time starting point guard from tip-off. 15.5 points per game, is it? Or is it his second year? Either way. 4.5 rebounds per game and about 6 assists. Not bad for a guy still learning how to be a starting point guard. He's more of a combo guard with point guard qualities, but Immanuel Quickley learning how to be a point guard. 1.4 steals per game. The defense is especially the off-ball defense from Quickley. As a Knick fan, very much knowledgeable about Immanuel Quickley's defense. He's not the greatest on-ball defender, but dang is he a good team defender. He flies around, great intuition in terms of when to rotate, when to banana switch, and when to peel switch, and all of the things for Immanuel Quickley that make him a very impactful team defender. 45% from the field and 36.5% from three-point range, almost 37 now. He started the year like sub 20% from three-point range. So it's, nice. It's not just nice, it's also really, really obvious is like, oh, hey, look, he's back. He's back, Immanuel Quickley. Yeah, he didn't forget how to shoot the basketball. Quickley still needs to prove that he can be a lead guard. Still struggles when to evolve his teammates and when to look for his own shot. Self-creation isn't a top skill yet. The ball handling isn't necessarily there, but it's nice to see Immanuel Quickley back to doing Immanuel Quickley things. I know Toronto fans aren't like the highest on Quickley. As a Knicks fan, that kind of breaks my heart because we were so happy to see Immanuel Quickley back, or Immanuel Quickley like taking leaps year after year. But I think he has the chops to be a starting point guard in this league. Just give him the time to fully develop into that. We get the Grady Dick off the bench, and Grady Dick off the bench has not been what I think Toronto was expecting, what Grady Dick was expecting, what his teammates were expecting, what maybe the coaching staff was expecting. But we can start right here with the context. With a retooled and healthier roster, Grady has seen his minutes slashed by about half. And as a result, his production and efficiency has dramatically dropped off. Only 7 points per game, 2 rebounds, 0.7 assists. He doesn't get a ton of opportunity off the bench. They kind of just throw him out there for a couple of minutes here and there, and then he's back out. Zero tolerance, bully. Ken, what's up, zero tolerance? 40% from the field, 86% from the foul line, 32% from three-point range. About 40% from the field and 32% from three-point range is not what you need from a guy you drafted to be like a sharpshooter, like an efficient shot shaker and maker. So, AB said if the Raptors don't like Immanuel Quickley, we'll take him back. Yeah, we'll take him back in a heartbeat. Although I will say that contract, he is getting paid a lot of money, and there is a salary cap, unfortunately. If there was no salary cap, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, pay him. But unfortunately, with the salary cap, that would hinder our ability to do pretty much anything else. But, I will say, Deuce McBride is filled in very solidly. Very solidly. Juan Pablo, what's up, Juan? We're going to get over to Jakob Poeltl, who is also going to be out tonight. Interestingly enough, he is, I guess, a product of load management as well, right? Weird that he is also a product of load management. He will not be playing tonight for rest reasons. He missed the game previous. Oh, no, he missed the game against the Knicks for rest, which is like, I get it, but he's only 30 years old. He's not like super old, and I get 7-footers age at a different rate than most other players, but they kind of need him. He's kind of the only true center on this roster. Without him, they're going to lean heavily on guys like Colin Murray-Boyles and Sandro Mamukelashvili, who aren't natural centers and definitely aren't the rebounding big men that Jakob Poeltl is. They don't have the size that Jakob Poeltl does, so they're going to miss him greatly tonight, especially in a Deandre Ayton matchup. They don't have a ton of other guys to match up with him just size-wise. You get to Ochai Agbaji. Ochai Agbaji is, after a solid season last year, seems to just have fallen off again. Three-point percentage is not there. He's not knocking down shots at all. He's not getting a ton of opportunity to even knock down shots anymore. Sometimes he's out of the rotation. He's kind of there, Yabusele, in terms of him being the odd man out. Sometimes he's there. Sometimes he's not. Colin Murray-Boyles is a guy that the Raptors are really high on. Every time I've seen him play, I really like his game. Hasn't necessarily shown a ton of versatility offensively. He's kind of just, I'm going to go to the rim now kind of guy. He is shooting 45% from three-point ranges on very limited sample size. He doesn't take a ton of them. But it's nice that the ones that he has taken, he's actually knocked down. 50% from the field. He's not going to take a ton of shots. He only averages 7 points per game. Only 3 rebounds per game, but he is an energy and effort type of dude. He can come into the game and really change the vibe of the game, give his team a ton of energy. He's kind of in a similar role to what kind of the role that Jackson Hayes provides for the Lakers. Come into the game, give us a couple of, hustle balls, win a couple of 50-50 possessions, gain us a couple of new possessions, get us a couple of new shots at the basket. That's kind of just his role. Just go out there and cause havoc. CMB has been a great rookie for the Raptors, playing hard and knocking down open shots. All you really could ask for from a rookie, right? It's a low bar for rookies, and he's kind of just hopping over the bar right now. Obviously, as the season goes on, they'd like to see a little bit more out of him, and then as his career goes on, they'd obviously would like to see a lot more out of him. But he kind of has a similar skill set to Scottie Barnes, interestingly enough. So maybe it's a good situation for him to be playing behind him right now, so he can learn from him. But at 6'7", doesn't necessarily have the size to be that. We'll see how his career continues to develop here. And then we're going to get to Jacoby Walter, and I still haven't changed it back to Jacoby Walter's picture, unfortunately. My bad, Jacoby Walter, who I think is in the starting lineup yet again here tonight. With RJ Barrett out, they've kind of settled on Jacoby Walter being in the rotation or being in the starting lineup, although he just hasn't really produced. The percentage, 43% from three-point range, is great, but on very low volume. Not taking a ton of shots. Walter was in line for a bigger role this year, and he just hasn't taken advantage of the opportunity. I could say that about guys like Grady Dick. I could say that about guys like Jacoby Walter. I could say that about guys like Colin Murray-Boyles, the rookie they brought in. There's an open opportunity there to be the true go-to sixth man on this team, and nobody has stepped up to grab it. Nobody, right? They're all just kind of floundering around. Some nights Jacoby Walter may contribute enough. Some nights it's Jamal Shed, who we'll get to. Some nights it's Grady Dick. But it's never one person in particular, and that can be a positive and negative because as opponents, you never know who's going to kill you that night. But it's also, for the Raptors, difficult because it makes the coaching staff hard to evaluate who should come in when and what the rotation should be like. That's going to bring us to Jamal Shed, and I like Jamal Shed a lot, actually. He's a really good backup point guard. I think they've just found a really solid dude that they can rely on as of right now. He is knocking down the perimeter shot, which is important. He is a bulldog of a defensive player. At only 6'1", though, obviously it's going to limit him, always going to limit him. K. Hazy, what's up, K. Hazy? Looking for a good game? Should be a good game tonight. We should receive a pretty solid game tonight, especially with Luka out. I think these two teams are they match up well in the sense that I think they have fundamentally different rosters. The Raptors are all wings, and the Lakers, all wings and all that athleticism, and the Lakers are no, let's play a half-court game and methodically work our way in one-on-one matchups. Obviously that's the Luka. When you have Luka, that's the game plan that you play with him. And with Luka Doncic out tonight, it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams match up after that. But you get them Sandro Mamukelashvili. who, as Knicks fans, we know him as just an absolute torture chamber of a player because he killed the Knicks. I think it was last year when he was with the Spurs. Hit like he was like 8 for 8 from 3-point range. Just refused to miss that night. Mamu is a skilled big who's almost the opposite of what Pirtle brings. He's only 6'9", so not the biggest dude in the world. He gives the Raptors an opportunity to play with a stretch big. He is shooting at about 42.5% from 3-point range this year. It's kind of the biggest value that he provides to a team. Not the strongest rebounder, not the biggest playmaker, not the best rim protector. Kind of out there mostly for offense and effort and energy, which is nice. I think that's kind of the Raptors' calling card is they just play hard. They're kind of a team that you need to beat. They're not just going to go away quietly, even on a night where the Knicks blew them out. They were on the second night of a back-to-back where they played an overtime game and then an early game against the Knicks. So obviously they were on, and both games were on the road. So obviously they were on very short rest there. But even on that night, the Knicks thought they were going to blow them out. They went up by 20-plus in the first quarter, and then the Raptors clawed their way back into the game, and the Knicks had to slowly build back up another 20-point lead against them. So they're not a team that necessarily beats themselves. So you're going to have to, because they play so hard. So the Lakers tonight have their hands full with this Raptors team. But that is going to close up our pregame here. And why is NBA League Pass like this? They keep like just pausing the game away from me, but here we go. We're getting ready for the tip-off right on time. Maybe said everyone is good against us. That is like main character syndrome, buddy. Role players have awesome games all the time. Unfortunately, sometimes they come against the Knicks. But here we go. We're getting ready for the tip-off. Let's go over here. I did say I also wanted to go over last night's around the league last night because for the Eastern Conference, some really interesting things happened. So here we are. We are going. Ochai Agbaji is also out today. So it'll be Ayton versus Barnes in the jump ball. Kobe Walter is in the starting lineup again, along with Sandro Mamukelashvili. Gabe Vincent is also in the starting lineup for the Lakers with Marcus Smart out. Interesting. He has been a part of the rotation as of late. He is starting to play decently well again after like leaving the Heat and forgetting how to play basketball. But I really want to see if LeBron's going to, he's been really quiet so far to start the year. He's been very passive, like allowing as Reaves comes out and knocks down the three off a nice pass from LeBron. He's been very passive in terms of like Reaves and Luka, you do your thing. I'll fill in where you need me to fill in, but you guys do your thing. So with Luka out tonight, let's see how much LeBron will take onto his own shoulders. Mamukelashvili has it on the right wing. Hasn't really done that at all this year, coming back from the injury. They get it over to Barnes, coming to his right. Ayton switches onto him. Barnes is going to dance with it, coming to his left, leans in, goes up with the left hand off glass, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Reaves pulls it out after Ayton knocked it in the air, and Reaves bringing it down. Hesitation move, driving to his left, takes a bump, tries to put up the floater, gets swatted out of there. Rebound out to Hachimura. He puts up a mid-range jumper and he can't get it to go. Barnes bringing it down the other way. They're quickly pushing it, trying to push the pace on the Lakers. Lakers necessarily don't want to have to run a ton. They don't have the athletes to really compete with the Raptors in that regard. And Gabe Vincent does a good job coming over on the help side and knocking the ball out of bounds. So the ball will go back to the Raptors here. It'll be side out of bounds. Barnes, by the way, that chase down block on Reaves, they showed the replay of it. Great hustle play from Barnes. Again, this team is kind of all hustle. You're not gonna outbeat them. Mamukelashvili with the three, can't get it to go. LeBron with the rebound. Here comes Reaves. Home run pass to Ayton. Catches, goes up, gets the finish to go over Sandro, who's looking at the ref for a push-off on Ayton. He beat him down the court. That's just a nice pass from Reaves. Quickly bringing it down the other way. Gets it over to Ingram. Now over to Sandro. Mamu has it up top, hands it off to Ingram, coming to his right, driving it down against Gabe Vincent. He's got the size advantage. They feed nice no-look pass inside to Barnes as he looked to the corner and then fed it inside on a nice cut from Barnes as well. Sometimes we like to give the shout out to the passer, but you got to be able to move without the ball. Great movement from Barnes there to get open under the rim. LeBron up top, they spray it over to Gabe Vincent. No hesitation three from him. He can't get it to go. Ingram with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. It's 5-2 early. 10 minutes to go. Why is my timer so off? We're a minute behind already. That's because it wasn't ticking. They kick it out to Jacoby Walter up top to Mamu. They swing it over to Barnes. No hesitation three on the left wing. Well short on it. Ayton tracks down the rebound, and they get it over to Reaves. Reaves will bring it down. Reaves being picked up by Walter. Coming to his right up the screen, steps back a deep straightaway three for Reaves, and he got it to go down. 2 threes for Reaves to start off the game. 8-2. Get over to Ingram, curling off a Mamu screen, step back mid-range jumper over Hachimura, got it to go. Lazy defense from Hachimura there, just gave up on the fact that Ingram was going to shoot that mid-range shot. Good move from Ingram, but Hachimura just quit on it. Barely got his hand up. Gabe Vincent bringing it down, being guarded by Quickly. They get it over to LeBron. LeBron gets it over to Vincent. Pump fakes coming to his left, snaking it back to his right hand in the lane against Quickly. Blows past him. Reverse layup, got it to go over Mamu. Not much of a rim protector down there. The best rim protector the Raptors have, even with Pirtle, the best rim protector the Raptors have is Scottie Barnes. So if you just make sure he's out on the perimeter, the paint should be wide open against the Raptors. Ingram curling off yet another screen, knocks down this time a floater about 12 feet away. 10-6. Just under 9 minutes to go. Reaves has it up top, being guarded by Walter. Crossing over to his right, driving it down past Walter, leans in, step back, throws a lob up top to Ayton, and he throws it down with 2 hands. Having Reaves learn off of LeBron and now learning off of Luka Doncic has also expedited his development. I mean, it's just like that's like a Luka play right there. Sandro with the extra pass out to Ingram, left corner three. He's open, can't get it to go. Barnes the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Quickly. Pump fakes, tries to split the defense, gets tripped up, loose ball. Vincent picks it up, out and running. Tried to leave it off to LeBron, a bad pass as Mamu, good hustle from him, got back and knocked it loose. Here comes Barnes down the lane, kicks it out. Ingram, same spot, left corner three. Same result as he can't get it to go down. And then a foul on the Lakers as they're trying to keep Scottie Barnes off the glass. Good fight from him to keep the possession alive for the Raptors. 12-6 early here. Lakers with a 6 early start. Daniel Tilson said, Lakers, ew. They get it over to Walter. Walter up top, hands it off to Quickly. Quickly being guarded by James. Coming to is right off the Mamu screen. Steps back, pulls it out. He's got nowhere to go. Good defense from LeBron. They get it over the top to Barnes. Barnes being guarded by Vincent on a mismatch. Fall away baseline jumper. A terrible shot. Had to put it up with the shot clock winding down. Reaves comes to the weak side with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Cross-court pass. Vincent. Down low to LeBron. Quickly falls away along the baseline. Damn near shoots up an air ball. Barely grazed the rim. But Ayton, good hustle down the court. Misses the putback over Mamu. Then can't grab the rebound. And here comes Mamu bringing it down. Leaves it off for Ingram. Ingram hesitates from three. Missed the 2 corner ones earlier. Blows past Hachimura and gets to his right hand easily and lays it up and in. Bad defense from Rui Hachimura on Ingram to start the game tonight. Here comes Austin Reaves. He has it up top being guarded by Walter. Reaves picks up his handle. Now gets it to James, being guarded by Walter. Cross-court pass to Vincent. Now over to Hachimura. Left wing three. He's been knocked down from 3 this year. And just like that, another 3 for the Lakers. Their 3rd of the game. Here comes Ingram bringing it down. Shoots the pull-up 3. Comes up short on it. Walter chases down the offensive rebound. Saves it out to Barnes. Gets it over to Quickly. Quickly now over to Walter. Walter puts up the 3. Comes up short on it. The Raptors firing away these 3-point shots right now. And they're pretty decent looks, but not knocking anything down. James bringing it down against Sandro. Mamu College-Vili puts up the floater, can't get it to go. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Barnes with the rebound. Gets it over to Quickly. Quickly over to Mamu. Mamu scooping down the lane. Can't get the layup to go. Just smokes it. Reaves was there, but not enough to bother him. Or not, at least it shouldn't have bothered him. And Mamu just smokes a layup. Reaves dancing with it against Walter. A step-back jumper. Can't get it to go. Brandon Ingram with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Ingram has it up top. And a timeout from the Raptors here. A full timeout from the Raptors. Do you think Scottie Barnes can win the MVP? No, brother, no. So we are at 6:22 to go. Almost halfway through this first quarter already. We haven't had any foul shots so far here tonight. Just a very fast-paced game. Full NBA action, up and down, back and forth. I like to see it. AB said, I'm looking at the game from yesterday on TV. MSG can't believe it's the same building. Haven't been there since 1989. It looks so 21st century now. They did do a lot of work on the renovation when they put the Chase Bridges in. But now we can go over the box scores, like I said I wanted to, from last night around the league. Could also go around the league tonight. But just a big night for the New York Knicks, who they were one of the few East teams that actually won a basketball game last night. So, obviously, we covered the Knicks taking on the Hornets, and the Knicks pulled it out. It was closer than it needed to be, and they should have probably just completely wiped this team off the floor. The Knicks didn't play their best, but the Raptors also did not play well either. So So they ended up winning in a blowout fashion, but still. But the Knicks were one of the only teams to win. They were against the lowly Hornets, but still. But you go around the league, and when you start up top, the Cavs lost to the Blazers. Okay, Blazers are competitive. They're the only team this year so far to beat the Thunder. The Pacers lost to the Nuggets. The Pacers have been terrible all year. No surprise about that. But then the Magic lost to the Spurs. The Wemby-less, Stephon Castle-less San Antonio Spurs ended up being the Magic. Good night, right? Good night. Okay, the Magic, they lose a game. They fall further down the standings. The Atlanta Hawks got killed by the Clippers. The lowly Clippers. The in like basketball purgatory Clippers, as they don't own their pick. And nothing has worked out for them, and they're boiled in this aspirations litigation of controversy. And you just sent your franchise's best player home during his retirement tour. Clippers blew out the Atlanta Hawks. So now the Hawks also falling down further the standings. The Knicks won. The Bulls lost to the Nets. Okay. I mean, not that we were so much concerned about Chicago anymore now that they're very much falling under 500 now. The Rockets beat the Kings. Okay, nothing to do with the East, but the Rockets being on the Kings, no surprise there. The Bucks beat the Pistons. The Giannis-less Bucks after Giannis left the game, obviously with a big hamstring injury, or was it hamstring? No, calf injury. That obviously is going to sideline him for a while now because of the. Because why is it now the Raptors game? NBA TV is trash. NBA League Pass, I should say, is trash. Not TV. NBA League Pass is trash. But here we go. We're going to check back into the game here. But so the Pistons end up losing. The Miami Heat also end up losing. My goodness. My goodness. But here we go. We're checking back in. The Raptors have the ball after that timeout. They get it into Colin Murray-Boyles, who has subbed in now. Murray-Boyles hits Jacoby Walter, come back door for the two-handed slam. Great pass from Colin Murray-Boyles. Terrible defense from the Lakers. Horrifically bad defense from the Lakers. It's 15-10. Here comes Jake LaRavia, who's just subbed in. LaRavia handling it. He has it up top. And he gets fouled by Quickly. Quickly trying to apply some backcourt pressure there. AB said Yankee Stadium is gone, Shea Stadium is gone, Giant Stadium is gone. The Barclays is still new. MSG is the last building standing. Has been one of the oldest buildings in the NBA. Yeah, I think it is the oldest building in the NBA. I think it is. LeBron has it up top, coming to his right for Reaves, go screen. Now driving to his left on the rookie Murray-Boyles. Stop, turn, drop step, kicks it in the corner. LaRavia, pump fake, sidestep, step back, fall away, right corner three, got it to go. Over Emmanuel Quickly. Tough shot for Jake LaRavia there. Just great move. Great offense beats better defense any day of the week. Ingram has it up top to get it over to Walter. Walter pocket pass to Mamu in the paint. Pump fake goes up, gets blocked by Ayton. Loose ball. Reaves pick it up, shoves it over to LeBron. LeBron bringing it down, putting his head down, attacking, going right through Quickly's chest. Gets chased down, blocked by the rookie Murray-Boyles. And now here comes Ingram bringing it down the other way. Ingram has it on the right wing. Gets it over to Quickly. Fall away. Baseline jump shot off the pass. Can't get it to go. Hit it head to LeBron after the LaRavia rebound. Cross-court pass to Reaves. Reaves is going to dance with it. Coming to his right off the Ayton screen. Driving it down now after hesitation. Stop, turn, fall away, pump fake, step through, scoop layup. Got it to go. Beautiful move from Austin Reaves. And the Lakers find themselves up by 10 here. Here comes Quickly bringing it down. Sometimes it's hard commentating Quickly games because I want to say, Quickly moved quickly there or something along those lines. And obviously you can't. But Brandon Ingram misses the fall-away mid-range jumper, but the rebound flies right back to him. Kicks it out to Quickly now. Now, Emmanuel Quickly knocks down the relocation three off the offensive rebound from Ingram. And so the Lakers will bring it down. Reaves up top, dancing with it against Walter. Blows right past him in the backcourt. Now has it up top, leaves it off of LaRavia. Back to Reaves. Reaves being guarded by Mamu. Reaves directing traffic. Gonna look to dance here and isolate. Pump fakes, kicks it over to LeBron. He's going to have to settle for the heave. LeBron can't get it to go. Reaves definitely threw him a grenade there. Here comes Brandon Ingram bringing it down. Cross-court pass to nobody from Brandon Ingram. As quickly Mamu and Ingram have a discussion about what was supposed to happen there and who was supposed to be where. K. Hayes said, Nets really beating these mid-teams. True, true. I mean, helping out in the East standings, that's for sure. Nick Smith Jr. is subbed in, LeBron to the bench. So we got Nick Smith Jr., Jackson Hayes, who's also come in. Smith Jr. down the lane, throws up a floater, got it to go. Into the game, immediate bucket. Always like to see that. Jamal Shed is also in for Toronto here. They handed off to Grady Dick. Now over to Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles tries to get it down low to Ingram. And a bad pass from Murray Boyles. Ingram was not set. And the pass was off, and it's out of bounds. And here come the Lakers. Gabe Vincent bringing it down. Going to be picked up by Jamison Battle. Getting some minutes here. Getting an opportunity. Usually plays with no Jakob Poeltl. He got the start the other day when Poeltl rested against the Knicks. And so Jamison Battle now coming off the bench, but still getting the minutes. And a 9-point lead for the LA Lakers here, 22-13. Laravia catches, pass fake in the lane, stop, turn, spin, puts up the righty hook over Murray Boyles and gets it to go. And an 11-point lead is opened up, the largest lead of the game so far for the Lakers here. Jamal Shed gets it over to Ingram, stops, turns, spins in the lane, puts up the floater. Same move as Jake Laravia, same result. Basket for each of those guys is 24-15, 3:16 to go. Nick Smith Jr. has it up top, dancing with it against Battle. Coming to his right, they swing it over to Reaves. Reaves being guarded by the rookie Murray Boyles, crosses over to his left, steps back for a three for Reaves. Looks a little off balance, way off balance, hit the backboard first. But the long rebound finds its way out to Laravia, steps right through, puts it up off glass, and he charges right into Jamal Shed, who was standing there, and they hit Laravia with the charge. Ball going back to the Raptors. AP said they're catching hell in Chicago. AP said, tonight I don't care if the Lakers get all the calls. I'm fine with the Brooklyn Nets. That's little brother. Yeah. I mean, nobody is looking out for the Brooklyn Nets. So as long as they pick up a couple of wins here and there against some good competition, that's fine. That's fine with me. We could also go around the league a little bit and then also check out the standings, considering all the losses in the East Coast we had last night. We could do that as well. But you look at the game, I almost did 76ers versus Warriors, but I do know that Steph Curry has been out. I don't think he's playing again here tonight for the Warriors. Was not looking forward to the 76ers-Warriors game. I think this is the only other game worth watching, worth checking out so far tonight. I mean, you got Timberwolves-Pelicans. Yeah, this is pretty much the best evenly matched game. Even with no Luka, unfortunately for the Lakers, fortunately for the Raptors, no Luka Doncic. But the Jazz taking on the Nets, battle at the bottom. Although the Jazz, hold on, they're playing the Nets tonight. They play the Knicks tomorrow, so they'll be on the second night of a back-to-back. Go Knicks. Right? That obviously works out for them. Noah Clowney, by the way, with 14 of the 20 Nets points. Shout out to Noah Clowney. Jordan Walsh, 13 points. Jordan Walsh coming out of nowhere and actually being a good NBA role player for the Celtics. Shout out to him. We got Celtics Wizards. Wizards should lose that game. You got Jazz Nets. Who cares? Both teams going to get another high lottery pick, so it's just... I mean, the Jazz are interesting to check out because they have good, interesting players. The Nets, not so much. You got Lakers Raptors, which is the game we're covering tonight, and then you have Timberwolves Pelicans tipping off in about 10 minutes here. So not a ton of good games tonight. A lot of really bad teams in action and not enough good teams. The only other game that may have been interesting to check out was the 76ers-Warriors game, but this already seems like it's a blowout. 19-point lead for the 76ers here. The Warriors playing without Steph Curry yet again, I believe. Check out the box score real quick just to verify that. No Steph Curry. So you got Will Richard, Brandon Podds, Moses Moody, Al Horford, and Draymond Green out there playing. And, of course, and no Jimmy Butler. Okay, so, of course, the Warriors are going to struggle offensively here. They have no go-to scorers. There's 30 seconds remaining in the first half there, and they're sitting on 34 points, which is obviously disgustingly bad. Kuminga's still coming off the bench, even though they're down Butler and Curry. Still bringing him off the bench. Just trade this dude already. Lano Monas, what's up, Lano? How are you? I'm good, brother. I'm good. How are you? AP reminding people to like button. Appreciate you, AP. Appreciate you. Hopefully the Knicks take the Jazz seriously. They're going to have to. Because with no OG Anunoby to match up with Lauri Markkanen, they could definitely lose that game. Definitely, like seriously. Not like, oh, any team could beat any team in the NBA. Like, they don't match up well against the size that is the Utah Jazz. Turnover from the Raptors is, I believe that was Jamal Shead driving it in and just threw it to nobody as he got caught in the lane of Giants. And here come the Lakers. Jackson Hayes has it, hands it off to Reaves. Reaves back to Hayes, fakes the handoff, driving to his right, cross the lane, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Laravia with the weak side offensive rebound, though. Being guarded by Murray Boyles. He's putting the moves on him, going the baseline, goes up, gets blocked by Murray Boyles. Doing too much there from Laravia. Not a good decision. Hit ahead to Murray Boyles, comes down the middle of the lane for the nice one-handed jams. The Lakers don't get back on defense. Gabe Vincent, or not Gabe Vincent. Nick Smith Jr., the lone man in the paint to defend it. And obviously, Murray Boyles just rises up over him and knocks it down. Easy dunk for him. Hachimura has it in the high post in the right corner. Being guarded by Jamal Shead, so he's got the size advantage here and the strength advantage. Backing him down, gets to his spot, low fall-away jumper, draws the foul, can't get the mid-range shot to go with Shead. Trying to body up against the much bigger, much stronger Rui Hachimura. So much so that he fouled him, and he's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug Fresh? Lakers been looking good. They have been looking good. They've been looking very good. Austin Reaves is elevating his game to a level I didn't think he could. And then you have Luka Doncic, so there's that. He makes everybody else look good, too. So Hachimura at the foul line, he knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Just under 2 minutes to go. Hachimura hit the first one. It's the second one. Here come the Raptors. Back to a 9-point game, 26-17. Comes Jamal Shead, bringing it down. Coming to his right off the Grady Dick screen, leaves it off for Murray Boyles in the paint, two-handed slam. Great pass from Jamal Shead that time after getting caught in the lane of the Giants. Down there in the paint. Laravia tries to get it over to Nick Smith Jr. A bad pass turnover. Shead, home run pass to Grady Dick. Euro steps down the lane. Can't get the scoop layup to go. It's out of bounds off of Jackson Hayes after they came up with a big block. If you're Grady Dick there, you just got to go strong to the basket. You can't look to avoid the contact there. You got to go strong, look to maybe draw a foul. You don't necessarily have the angle, and neither does the rim protector shot blocker. Go up strong, try to go through his chest, and try to get a highlight dunk there. Can't hit him with a weak Euro step and try to finish underneath under the basket like that. Jamal Shead lobs it up top to Scottie Barnes, goes up and he dunks it down. I think he was waiting for a whistle there, but he got the 2 points anyway. Nick Smith Jr. has it up top, coming to his left off the Hayes screen. Now gets it over to Hayes. Hayes coming to his right, hands it off to James. James coming to his left off the screen. Pulls it all the way out, being guarded by the rookie Murray Boyles, directing traffic. James looking to isolate, struggling with his dribble. Now driving it down, spins to his left, putting his head down, attacking in the paint. Pump fake, goes up. Can't get it to go, looking for a foul call. Probably should have been a foul call after the pump fake, but either way, here come the Raptors. And Grady Dick that time took my advice. Put his head down, lowered that shoulder, went right into the paint, looking for the contact, drew the foul in the fast break this time. No more weak Euro steps. Now Grady Dick is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. It is a 5-point game here. The Raptors not going away easily. Down by as many as 11. Maybe said Austin Reaves' contract year. I mean, we could say that, but like 28 and 7 is not like, oh, he's just playing well. Like, that's legit star level. Like, he's hitting star level. Like 23, 24, I'd be like, oh yeah, contract year. Dude's averaging 28. That's no joke. You said one thing you have to say about James Dolan, he goes to every single game. Yeah, I do like seeing that. I do like seeing the fact that the owner seems invested on the Knicks. He was always overly exuberant to be invested on the Knicks, to like be involved. As the owner, just sign the checks, brother. Just sign the checks. Hire the smart basketball people and get out of the way. Which, thankfully he has done this go around with this regime. Vincent gets it over to LeBron. LeBron swings it back out to Vincent. Pump fake, sidestep, left wing 3 for him. Terrible shot. Got it to go, though. Over Emmanuel quickly. Gabe Vincent has been shooting it very well as of late. Knocked that one down, and the Lakers find themselves back up by 6. Barnes has it up top, being guarded by Vincent. Driving it down. He has it in the post. Pulls it all the way out. Gets it out up top to Colin Murray Boyles. They're going to dare him to shoot. He's going to oblige, and he knocks down the straightaway 3. We talked about his ability to knock down the open ones. That's an example there. Here comes James ringing it down the other way. Barnes guarding him up top. And James will hold it for the final shot of the quarter here with about 12 seconds to go. They bring a double team now. They get it out of his hands to To Vincent, now over to Laravia. He's got to make something out of nothing with the shot clock winding down. Half spin, kicks it out. Nick Smith, pump fake, sidestep, puts up the three off balance. Can't get it to go, but a foul on Grady Dick with the reckless closeout. And that's going to send Gabe Vincent to, Nick Smith Jr., to the foul line for 3 free throws. Young LA, what's up, Young LA? He gambled on himself. He did. I mean, he's been doing that his whole career so far in the NBA. He gambled on himself. He could have been drafted in the second round, but he and his agent decided, like, no, just let me hit undrafted free agency, and then we could have our pick of teams we could go to. He's been betting on himself since the start. So why stop now? Why stop now? Nick Smith Jr. knocks down the first free throw. He's got three coming to him. He knocked down the first one. He's got 2 more coming. Misses the second free throw. Got to knock down the free ones. Nick Smith Jr. does at least knock down 2 of the 3 there. With 0.8 seconds to go, the Raptors should just inbound this. Throw it away. Laravia heaves it. Had just enough time to heave it. Doesn't get it to go, but it could have been disastrous. Not a good decision there from Barnes. And that will end the first quarter right there. 31-26, a 5-point lead for the Lakers. The Raptors, I wouldn't say played well in that first quarter. There was some good, there was some bad. Probably starting with the defense for the Raptors there. Obviously missing Jakob Poeltl, their biggest player. They're going to struggle to match up size-wise. But overall, ending the first quarter in only in a 5-point deficit with Austin Reaves getting off to a hot start is probably pretty good. Probably decent position to be at right now. LeBron is 0 for 5 from the field and 0 for 1 from 3-point range for 0 points. Does have 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Gabe Vincent with 5. Laravia with 5. Nick Smith Jr. with 4. Colin Murray Boys with 7. That's what you like to see from your rookie. Come out against the Lakers. Have a good night. I also think he played pretty well defensively as well. I do want to look through the standings as well because of all that transpired last night around the league. A lot of changes in the East standings as almost everybody picked up a loss here. We look at it together. The Pistons picked up a loss. They're now 17-5. The Raptors are sitting at 15-7. The Knicks sitting at 14-7. The Miami Heat, who picked up a loss, are sitting at 14-8. The Orlando Magic, who picked up a loss, sitting at 13-9. The Boston Celtics are playing against the Wizards tonight. They should be able to pull that one out. I'm sure they're hoping they'll be able to pull that one out. The Cavaliers picked up a loss. They're now deep into play-in territory. They are the 7th seed. Oof. Boy, oh boy, is the Cleveland Cavaliers season not going the way I think people thought it was going to go, including the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Atlanta Hawks also sitting at a 13-10 record. Philadelphia 76ers sitting with 11-9. They have the same amount of losses as the Orlando Magic. They could, with a win tonight, jump up to the top 6, tied with the Celtics, especially if the Celtics lose. They'll jump up to the top 6 just flat out. They'll be a top 6 team. And they'll be tied in the loss. They are tied in the loss column with the Orlando Magic. It looks like they'll be able to win tonight against the Warriors. They're already up 20. The Bulls lost, and I think they're definitely just going to fall out of the play-in territory entirely because I think this top 10 right here, unless we'll see what happens with Milwaukee. But I think for the most part, this top 10 right here is going to be the top 10 this year. You can see Chicago missing it for the first time in a while. Hornets definitely very ugly start to the year. Brooklyn's out of it. Indiana's out of it. And Washington, we know, is out of it. But here we go. We're back into the game. Started the second quarter already. Here we go. We're flying through the game tonight. Quickly throws a lob up top to Jonathan Mogbo. Can't get it to go. Jonathan Mogbo getting an appearance tonight. Gabe Vincent misses the 3 there. Barnes fires the straightaway 3. Grady Dick, off the pass from Barnes. It was a pass from Quickly. Barnes swung it to Quickly, swung it to Grady Dick, who knocked down the right wing 3 there. James has it up top. Let's lock in. They get it into the corner to Ayton, hands it off to Vincent. Vincent, falling out of bounds, gets fouled. They called the foul on Mogbo instead of just out of bounds. Vincent threw the ball off of Mogbo, but they called Mogbo on a little push there. 31-29. Forgot to give the Raptors their 3 there. Quickly coming out and pushing the pace. Getting Grady Dick the open 3. Also, Grady Dick, no hesitation firing away that 3 is important for him. Vincent's got to get it in. Vincent gets it into Nick Smith Jr. Jab step, swings through to his left along the baseline, stops, turns, spins. Up top to Gabe Vincent, down low to Ayton. He's got positioning on Mogbo, fall away jumper over him. Got it to go. Nice move from Deandre Ayton there. The close game here, 4-point game, 33-29. A minute into the second quarter now. Barnes trying to bully ball his way down low, throws up the righty hook, can't get it to go over Ayton. Secures the rebound, hands it off to LeBron. LeBron will bring it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Mogbo. Throws it over the top to Ayton, catches, comes down, goes up, gets chased down, blocked by Barnes. Picked up the loose ball as the rookie Adu Thoreau. They kick it out to Nick Smith Jr. He puts up the three, and he gets it to knock down. Lakers winning the 50-50 possessions there. Here come the Raptors bringing it down the other way. The Lakers playing with great energy now. Quickly, blowing past Nick Smith Jr., has it in the lane, throws up his floater, got it to go. If you're not a good defensive player who can slide your feet well, I don't advise playing full court pressure there. Gabe Vincent has it up top, snaking it back to his right hand off the LeBron screen. They get it back to LeBron. He fires up a three, continues to misfire all night long. He misses that one. Battle for the loose ball, knocked out of bounds by Ayton. Going to go back to the Raptors. That's it. Undrafted Austin Reaves, absolutely. Undrafted. Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard Johnson? Lakers to help the Knicks down in the standings. It would be nice to see the Raptors lose tonight. The Knicks would be sitting all by themselves in that second seed, trying to chase down that Pistons team. LeBron throws it over the top to Ayton, hands it off to Reaves. Reaves swings through to his right off the Ayton screen, picks up his handle, there's nowhere to go, spins. Now gets it over to Adu Thoreau. He's going to just put his head down and drive, reverse layup for him. Got it to go, and the foul, the rookie Adu Thoreau. And if you guys were around for my draft coverage, I loved Adu Thoreau in the draft. I absolutely adored this kid in the draft. Right through the contact, split two defenders between Barnes and Grady Dick, just muscled his way to the basket, knocked down a nice reverse layup too through the contact. Now he's at the foul line for one more. He's an excellent defender. Really the thing that got him drafted. The thing that had him drop to the second round was he a late first round pick? I think he was a second round pick. The thing that had him dropped in the draft entirely was the fact that he has almost no definitive offensive game. He's just a big, strong dude. Decent finisher around the rim, as you saw there. Does knock down the free throw. Jump shot doesn't look broken, though. It was a smooth-looking free throw. 8-point lead for the Lakers here is opened up. 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Quickly has it up top, dancing with it, crosses over to his left on Connect, who's now checked in. Swing through down the lane, kicks it in the corner to Walter. Back up top to Grady Dick. They swing it over. Barnes slips and falls. Stands back up, being guarded by James. Hands it off to Quickly. Quickly pump fakes, hesitates, swings through to his right down the lane, throws up another floater, and gets swatted out of there by Deandre Ayton with 2.6 on the clock for the Raptors here. And the ball knocked into the backcourt. They were too busy showing 9 different replays of Deandre Ayton block that they didn't show how the ball got knocked out all the way out of bounds on the other side of the court. But I guess it's a turnover on the Raptors, so the Lakers will now bring the ball down. About 9:40 to go here. Reaves bringing it down. Reaves has it up top, being guarded by Walter. Dancing with it, coming to his right off the James screen. Pocket pass to James, rolling down the court. Lefty layup for his first 2 points of the game. Nice pass from Reaves. Now a 10-point lead for the Lakers yet again. They get it over to Barnes, now over to Mogbo. Mogbo up top, hands it off to Walter. He's got space on the left wing. He fires away, and he knocks it down. We went over his percentages. Earlier. And the officials having an official stoppage here because Quickly and Scottie Barnes literally slipped on the exact same spot on the court. And Quickly calls it out like the floor is wet here, dog. Got to get somebody out here to clean it. Somebody's going to get hurt. So they stop the game after the made three from Jacoby Walter. They wipe up the floors. So the Lakers will bring it down after that stoppage. Justice's dad said, Warriors in the first quarter tonight, 10 points, 4 for 25 from the field, 2 for 16 from 3. You picked the right game. Maxey himself outscored the Warriors 12-10. I was pretty close. I was like, Warriors versus 76ers. Last time we watched the 76ers play, they got killed by the Magic, so it wasn't a good game. Maybe we should give them another chance. Good job. Good decision to pick tonight's game. Reaves misses the layup. Jacoby Walter with the rebound, kicks it out to Grady Dick. Another three for Grady Dick, and back-to-back threes for the Raptors. One from Walter, now from Grady Dick, and it's back to a 4-point game here. Immediately chopping 6 points off the lead. LeBron has it up top, being guarded by Barnes. Coming to his left, kicks it in the corner. Dalton Connect, trying to answer out of the left corner, and he does just that. Knocks it down. Here comes Quickly, bringing it down, in and out dribble, hands it off to Barnes, leaves it off for Grady Dick. Now back up top to Quickly, being guarded by James. Jab step, coming to his left off the Mogbo screen, in the paint, kicks it out, tries to kick it out to Barnes. A do Thoreau, jump the lane, he picks it off, he's going to go all the way and get fouled by Grady Dick. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. I love a do Thoreau. I adore a do Thoreau. One of my favorite players in the league. You know, I say this all the time because I don't know. Obviously, when you're as in tune to basketball, when the draft comes around, the draft is my favorite part of the NBA calendar. And so, you know, I'm not the biggest college basketball guy. I tune in, I watch, I know the names of the prospects, of the draft prospects going into the NBA draft and whatnot. And they're just a couple of guys that always catch my eye. But they always end up going to the teams I hate the most. So it's always hard to root for their success. You got Jaime Jaquez going over to Miami. You got Adu Thoreau now with the Lakers. And then there was another one we watched the other day, but escaping my mind right now. Either way, Adu Thoreau. Really wished my Knicks would have drafted, as he splits a pair of free throws there. Made the first, missed the second. Here comes Jamal Shed bringing it down the other way. Shed has it up top, being guarded by Reaves. Get it over to Mogbo. Mogbo up top. About to pass the 8-minute mark here. Mogbo hands it off to Walter. He hit one before. He fires away another deep three there. Mogbo battling on the offensive glass for a rebound. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Ayton able to pick up the loose ball. Here comes Reaves. Home run pass to nobody. A bad pass from Austin Reaves. LeBron James saying he was held. Part of the reason why he couldn't even go for the ball. But honestly, that pass was so off. I don't think even if he was able to go for it, he would have been able to get it. That's old LeBron there. That's not young LeBron. Probably would have skied for that one. Old LeBron, he's not getting to that. Jamal Shed has it up top, being guarded by Reaves. Coming to his right, Connect switches onto him. He's driving it down in the paint. Pump fake, leans in, puts it above glass. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. And I think it's just a late foul call on Dalton Connect. Yeah, it's a late foul call on Dalton Connect. It's going to send Jamal Shed to the foul line here for 2 free throws. The foul call was so late, I thought it was a foul call on the battle for the rebound there. But no. Shed at the foul line for 2. He knocks down the first one. Jamal Shed made the first one, makes the second one. 2 for 2 from the foul line for him. Back to a 6-point game, 45-39, 7:30 to go. Reaves bringing it down. Coming to his left off a double screen. Driving it down, snaking it to his right hand. Gets caught in the air, puts up the floater. Got it to go. Just hung on to that 1 foot before jumping off. Balanced himself and then got the little floater off inside. Good ball movement there from the Raptors to leave it off inside for Ingram for the nice pump fake and easy lay-in. Trading baskets there. Here comes LeBron bringing it down the other way. Mogbo trying to guard him in the backcourt. LeBron's going to blow right past him in the lane. Gets stripped out of bounds off of LeBron's leg, and the ball is going to go back to the Raptors here. And the Raptors quickly trying to push it the other way. Shed kicks it out to Mamu. Back up top to Ingram. Ingram swings through to his left, being guarded by Adu Thoreau. Adu Thoreau, great defender, but hits Mamu Kalashvili cutting down low and tried to throw a bullet pass inside to Mogbo, who was cutting to the rim, but the pass was awry. Mogbo wasn't ready for it. Pass was too hot to handle, and it's out of bounds off of the Raptors. The Lakers will get the ball back, but first, we got a Raptors full timeout. Just that, so LeBron was in the NBA before Mogbo was born. There's too many players in the NBA that you could say that about now. Crazy. Crazy. Dog Catcher, what's up, Dog Catcher? 2026 NBA draft. Zuby Ejiofor for the Blazers? Zuby Ejiofor in next year's draft, 2026 draft? Interesting. I haven't even, obviously college basketball is just kind of heating up now, just kind of starting up. But other than the obvious gonna go in the first round lottery guys, haven't dove too deep too much into college basketball yet. If you guys, there's not much to really go over in terms of going around the league. 76ers dominating the Warriors here. The Warriors out with a bunch of important players. Horford's still not back. Curry's obviously out. Jimmy Butler obviously out. And without those guys, you're not really going to do anything. Tyrese Maxey with 24 points tonight. 24 probably easy points. AB said, I like the draft when the Knicks actually have a pick. I love the draft. Draft is by far my favorite NBA event of the night. Of the year, I should say. Favorite NBA event of the year. You got Celtics-Wizards. Celtics beating the Wizards at halftime, but it's only a 5-point game. I mean, a 7-point game. I can't do math. It's a 7-point game. Wizards aren't out of it. Maybe they can have an upset there if the Celtics knocked off the Knicks the other day. You got Nets versus Jazz. Hopefully this game goes into like quadruple overtime, and then the Jazz are really tired playing the Knicks tomorrow. That'd be nice. Be nice. So far, we have the best, most competitive game of the night, which is great. Good decision, us. And then you got Timberwolves, Pelicans that just tipped off here. Not a ton of great teams in action tonight. It's a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game NBA slate. Okay. Tomorrow we have the Knicks taking on the Jazz, so not a great basketball night. The Jazz, although I will say I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be close. But the Knicks have nobody to guard Larry Markkinen tomorrow. They don't have anybody with the size or the strength, so that'll be a good game. That's the game we're watching tomorrow. Pistons Blazers, good game. Blazers can be competitive, so they'll give the Pistons a fight there. Spurs Cavs is going to be a good game. Even with the Spurs with all the injuries, they still find ways to win. They knocked off the Magic the other night. Maybe they can do the same to the reeling Cavs right now. Boy, oh boy, they're reeling. Then you got Nuggets Hawks. That should be another interesting game. And then Heat Magic. A lot of really interesting Heat games tomorrow. Eastern Conference games tomorrow. And you got Lakers Celtics as the prime video game. Really interesting games tomorrow for the Eastern Conference. Not so much for the Western Conference. Suns Rockets could be interesting. And then Mavs Thunder later that night. Mavs, a couple games in a row. That they've won. But here we go. We're back into it. Reaves driving it down, gets knocked out of his hands out of bounds, so they'll have to inbound it again. They got 8 on the shot clock here. Reaves gets it into Vincent, off the catch, fire, can't get it to go. Mamu with the rebound, quick outlet to Ingram. Ingram bringing it down the other way. Ingram has it up top, but we got a stoppage in play. Off-ball foul. Off-ball foul thing on Reaves there. Trying to match up with Colin Murray-Boyles. No, it's on Gabe Vincent trying to match up with Colin Murray-Boyles. So the Raptors will inbound it along their sideline. Ingram is the trigger man. They get it over to Shed. Shed has it up top. Coming to his left to get it over to Ingram. Ingram being guarded by Thoreau. Thoreau, an excellent defender, driving it down, even though he is a rookie. Shovels it inside, though. Jacoby Walter, as the Lakers just fall asleep on the weak side back cut there from Jacoby Walter, and he walks right to the rim along the baseline and gets an easy two-handed slam. Nice delivery there for Brandon Ingram. Reaves has it up top, being guarded by Walter. Coming to his left off the Ayton screen. Dancing with it, now coming to his right. Snaking it back to his left hand in the paint. Bends off the defender with his shoulder. Fall away floater from Reaves over Mamu Kalashvili, and he gets the nice friendly roll off the back rim. 49-43 here. Just past the halfway point. Ingram dancing with it up top. Spins off of Reaves. Gets it out to Colin Murray-Boyles. He sets his feet and fires a three, and he knocks that one down. Not known as a three-point shooter coming out of college, but getting open looks and knocking them down here for the Raptors. Especially tonight, he's now 2 for 2 from 3. Vincent has it up top, snaking his way down the lane. Pump fakes, fall away. No, it's a lob inside to Ayton, who had the size matchup against the very short, diminutive Jamal Shed, and he lays it up and in. Deandre Ayton, nice and easy. Colin Murray-Boyles kicks it in the corner. Jacoby Walter, right corner three for him, and he splashes it in Toronto, getting red hot from the perimeter here tonight. 51-49, it's a 2-point game. Both teams have made 7 threes. Both of them 7 for 13 from three-point range. So exactly the same for both sides. Reaves over the top to Ayton, and he gets another easy layup, taking advantage on the inside of a small Raptors team tonight. Shed hit ahead to Walter down the lane, and a foul on Rui Hachimura as he was driving it in. Are they going to say in the act of shooting? Or is it going to be side out of bounds? And Adu Thoreau subbing out here. Shout out my guy, Adu Thoreau. Solid minutes for my guy. He's also got a great name to say. Great name. Adu Thoreau. Great name. Big fan. Big fan. But the Lakers are out there with Gabe Vincent, Nick Smith, Jackson Hayes, Rui Hachimura, and Austin Reaves now. Brandon Ingram on the right wing. Up top to Shed. Crosses over to his right. Pulls it back out. Dancing with it against Vincent. Crosses over. Gets into the lane. Leaves it off to Murray Boyles. Good pump fake. Gets stripped anyway. Ball finds its way out to Mamu. Shot clock winding down. He steps back. Has to heave up a three at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Murray Boyles keeps it alive. Shed able to pick up the loose ball. They kick it out to Ingram. He fires another three. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Battle for it. Out of bounds by Mamu Kalashvili. And the ball will go back to the Lakers finally. The Raptors just out-hustling the Lakers right now, but couldn't buy a basket there. The Raptors are out there with Ingram, Mamu Kalashvili, Jacoby Walter, Colin Murray-Boyles, and Jamal Shed. Reaves has it up top being guarded by Walter. They get it over to Vincent. Vincent coming to his left off the screen, pump fakes, cross-court pass over to Hachimura. Murray-Boyles went for the steal, so Hachimura with the lane to the rim, and he gets the easy layup to go over Ingram. Here comes Shed bringing it down the other way. Shed up top, coming to his right. Has it on the right wing. Nick Smith Jr. in front. Up top to Ingram. Swings it in the corner to Walter. He's feeling it tonight. He's firing them. Can't get that three to go. Mamu Kalashvili out-hustling the Lakers to the loose ball there. Knocks it out to Shed. Shed shovels it back to Mamu Kalashvili, trying to reward the big man for the hustle. He puts up the three. Nice open look. Couldn't get it to go down. Here come the Lakers. Reaves has it up top. Now coming to his right. Crosses over to his left in the lane. Scoop layup. Gets the layup to go. And Reaves looking for a foul call. He's not getting them tonight. And here come the Raptors bringing it down the other way as the Lakers now back up by 8. Raptors are hanging in there, but they can get over that hump and eventually take a lead here. And now they're going to call a full timeout and talk some things over before this game really starts to blow all the way open. 3:30 to go here in the second quarter. I forgot to restart the timer there. But we'll sync it up now. 3:30 to go here in the second quarter, and the Lakers have built up an 8-point lead, 57-49. Reaves up to 14 tonight. He's 6 for 10 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. He knocked down his first 2 threes of the night, hasn't hit one since. He does also have 6 assists, doing a great job of being a distributor as well, as he has all season long. The Raptors are just kind of scoring by committee tonight. Jacoby Walter actually knocking down shots, 10 points for him, 10 points for Colin Murray-Boyles off the bench, who's also knocked down 2 threes. But as of right now, they're just out-hustling the LA Lakers to a lot of these 50-50 balls. 0 for 3 from three-point range from Brandon Ingram is a little rough for the Raptors, though. They need their top scorer to really start get it going here. He's at all 3 of his threes that he's taken have been like essentially wide open looks. Ayton with 10. He's 5 for 7 from the field. He's taking advantage of the fact that the Raptors are sitting Jakob Poeltl tonight for rest. And outside of Jakob Poeltl, they don't have a traditional big to match up with Ayton. They don't have another 7-footer on the roster. Mamu Kalashvili is essentially their backup big, and he is 6'9". Same with Colin Murray-Boyles. He's about 6'8". And he's their backup power forward, backup like small ball 5. So they don't have anybody to match up with Deandre Ayton. They're trying to do it by committee. They're trying to do it by fronting him and forcing over-the-top passes. The issue is that the Lakers have a lot of really good over-the-top passers between LeBron and Reaves. With no Luka tonight, Lakers are still able to take advantage of a Toronto Raptors team that has not been the same since R.J. Barrett went down with the injury. They are into the second half there with 76ers Warriors. They're still up by 18 there. Joel Embiid is playing. Embiid is playing. Did not realize that. Embiid is playing. Paul George out yet again, but he does have 12 points, 13 shot attempts, 0 for 6 from 3. 5 boards, 3 assists, 3 turnovers for Joel Embiid. Edgecombe is also playing tonight. It's nice to see guys who are always injured actually playing a little bit here between Embiid, Paul George. Even Edgecombe has had a little bit of a snake-bitten season so far. Jared McCain is finally back, playing consistent minutes for them. The Raptors, here we go. Jamal Shead has it up top. They get it over to Ingram. Ingram coming to his right, off the Mamu screen. All the way long two for him. Long rebound. LaRavia able to chase it down. Hit ahead to Reaves. Reaves got space. Pulls it back out. Raptors do a good job getting back on defense. Reaves looking to reset. They get it over to LaRavia in the post. Being guarded by Quickly. Throws it up the right hand. Got it to go. Little post move. Drop step. Righty floater over Quickly. Tough shot there. And now the Lakers retake a 10-point lead here. Quickly is back in along with Mamu, Barnes, Ingram, and Jamal Shead. They get it to Barnes in the post. Being guarded by Hayes. Faces up, sees two defenders. Now they retreat. Barnes goes up against Jackson Hayes. Can't get the lefty hook shot to go. Good defense from Hayes. Reaves bringing it down. Has it up top, being picked up by Barnes. Steps back, swings it out. Hachimura, left wing three. He's got size and space. Can't get it to go. Ingram thought he had the loose ball, but LaRavia sneaks behind him, knocks it out of his hands, and he gets an easy dunk at the rim. Brandon Ingram just being too cool for school there, man. Just secure that rebound and get it going. Jamal Shead down the lane. Now coming to his left, snaking it across the paint, shovels it out to Barnes. Barnes picks up his handle. He's got nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Shead. Shead over the top pass to Barnes. Barnes in the paint, gets wrapped up by Reaves, and he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Good foul from Reaves. Wrapped him up nice and strong. And why is my timer stopped? I didn't press the timer button. I did not do that. So Scottie Barnes will be at the foul line for 2 free throws. Misses the first. Can't be missing free throws, especially when you're down 12 now. Largest lead of the game for the Lakers. LeBron checks back in. Arabia has been big for the Lakers tonight. He's up to 9 points. He's 4 for 5 from the field. Barnes missed the first free throw. Knocks down the second. And Reaves will bring it down. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. My timer's off, but we will catch up. We'll sync it up. LeBron has it up top, being guarded by Barnes. Coming to his left off the Hayes screen. Lobs it up top to Hayes. It was a perfect pass, but Hayes can't put the ball down. The Raptors out and running. They swing it out. Ingram in open three. Continues to put him up and continues to miss fire for the Raptors, and it's really starting to hurt him now. Home run pass over to Hachimura. Can't recover the pass, but the ball was knocked loose right into Jackson Hayes' hands as he gets an easy layup out of it. Some serendipity there for the Lakers. Quickly gets it over to Ingram. Ingram being guarded by LaRavia. Coming to his left, leaves it off for Mamu Kalashvili. A three. Got it to go finally. Raptors knocked down another three after a couple of nice open looks that they misfired on. Knocks one down there. A little over a minute to go. Reaves bringing it down. It's a 10-point lead for the Lakers, 63-53. They double Reaves. Kick it over to Hayes. Back to LeBron. Back to Hayes. Down the lane. Two-handed slam. Perfect give and go between Reaves, Hayes, and LeBron. Got to be great if you're Jackson Hayes. All you got to do is roll to the rim, and either Reaves or LeBron or Luka, when he's playing, will find you. Barnes is seeking out the Austin Reaves matchup now and taking him down to the block. This is the second time he's drawn a foul on Austin Reaves, just battling him for post positioning. And they're in the bonus, so Scottie Barnes will be rewarded with 2 free throws here. Barnes back at the foul line. Previously split the free throws, back at the line for 2, and he knocks down the first one. Down double digits, you got to knock down all your free throws here. Don't want to fall behind by too much. Barnes knocks down both. Back to a 10-point game. .45 seconds to go here in the second. Reaves has it up top. Being guarded by Quickly. Get it over to LeBron. James up top, being guarded by Barnes. Coming to his right off the Hayes screen. Pulls it out. Mamu Kalashvili switched on to him, driving to his right. Stop, turn, fall away, foul line jumper. Got it to go with the buzzer. Old man Braun still got it. His second basket of the night. Here come the Raptors bringing it down. They're going to try and hold it for the final shot of the quarter here, but there's about a 4-second difference between game clock and shot clock, about a 3 or 4 second difference. Quickly has it up top, winding down the time. He's going to look to attack Laravia in the paint, pump fake, takes it out to Barnes, extra pass, Mamo College VLE, left corner three, got it to go. Great drive and spray from Quickly. Reaves trying to Euro step down the lane, loses the handle, Quickly picks it up, tries to heave it, can't get it to go, and Quickly looking for a foul call. Not going to get the foul call there in the half-court heave, but the Raptors do go into halftime only down by 9. They got it to a single-digit lead before halftime, so that's a little bit of a win there, but they're going to need to take the lead at some point in order to pull out the victory, obviously. But so far, the Lakers able to keep the Raptors an arm's distance away. Able to hold on to a sizable enough lead. So far this season, the Lakers with a 10-0 record when leading at halftime, the best in the NBA. Did not realize. Don't go into halftime trailing the Lakers if you want to try and beat them. Don't do that. We are officially at halftime, so we can go through the box scores here. Braun with only 4. He's 2 for 9. He had a layup and then that fall-away jumper. 2 rebounds, 4 assists for him. Oh, you guys can't see it. My bad. Uh, 4 points for LeBron, 7 points for Hachimura, 10 for Deandre Ayton. Again, I think they're going to need a little bit more out of Deandre Ayton tonight. This is the kind of night that if you're Deandre Ayton, you're like, it's barbecue chicken down there. Like, first of all, you should be dominating the boards. Got 4 rebounds. You should be dominating the paint with scoring. Got 10 points, which is fine. But he duplicates the first half that he, if he duplicates what he did in the first half and the second half, going to end up with 20 points. Not a bad night. Just, you don't have a center out there. They should not be able to guard you, DeAndre. You're too skilled. You're too talented. You got guys who can deliver you the ball on a dime. 10 points is fine, but I'd like to see more out of him if the Lakers want to win this game. Austin Reaves, doing Austin Reaves stuff, 14 points in that first quarter. I thought he got off to a hot start in that first quarter and then did a really good job of slowing him down in the second. I think he had 11 points at the end of one, so only 3 points, about 3 points in that second quarter. They did a good job of corralling him. He does have 5 rebounds and 7 assists, so he's on triple-double watch. He's doing a little bit of everything for the Lakers. And then you go to the bench, and they got really good production out of their bench. Everybody scored off the bench for the LA Lakers. 9 points for Laravia, 9 big points for Laravia in that first half. Dalton connected a 3. Adu Thoreau got out on the fast break a couple of times there. Once for an and one layup, and another time to the foul line for free throws. Jackson Hayes, 4 points, couple of baskets, nice lobs. Good hustle plays. Nick Smith Jr., 7 points. He knocked down a 3. It's big time for the Lakers if you can get contributions like this out of your bench on a nightly basis. Even Gabe Vincent's also knocked down a 3. He's got 5 points. Pretty much everybody playing well for the Lakers, and that's helped them build this 9-point lead here. As for the Toronto Raptors, Brandon Ingram, 5 for 12 from the field for 10 points, 0 for 4 from three-point range is not necessarily what's going to get it done if the Toronto Raptors want to pull this one out tonight. Sandro Mamukelashvili, he's 2 for 5 from three-point range, 2 for 7 from the field. Both of his made field goals are coming from three-point range. He's got 6 points tonight, which is okay. I get you're a stretch big, but you're going to have to do some damage in the paint as well. The fact that he knocked down his last 2 threes, I will say, though, is encouraging. Maybe it'll force the Lakers to guard him a little bit closer, and then he can start attacking closeouts, and maybe he'll have more success in the paint. Scottie Barnes, one of the only guys who can consistently get to the paint and put pressure on the rim against the Lakers tonight. 7 points for him. He missed the 1 3 he took, 2 for 7 from the field overall, but he did get to the foul line a little bit, especially towards the end of that second quarter, where he was seeking out that Scottie Barnes that Austin Reaves matchup, putting him in the post and saying, you're just too small to guard me. We'll see how much Toronto is going to look to go to that offense in the second half here, because it was by far probably their best offense. Barnes is a good passer too, so if they end up bringing a double team down, you're either going to get Austin Reaves into foul trouble, or you're going to force the Lakers to compromise their defense, and then you got Scottie Barnes, who's much bigger, much taller, and a good passer, who should be able to swing the ball around and find his open teammates. 5 rebounds and 3 assists to also chip in there for Scottie Barnes. It's some solid defense. He had a couple of nice blocks, 2 blocks actually for Scottie Barnes there. Emmanuel Quickley, 5 points tonight, 16 minutes, just not really doing enough for the Toronto Raptors tonight as the starting guard. He does have 2 assists to 3 turnovers. Is obviously not what you want to see from Emmanuel Quickley. He's 2 for 4 from the floor tonight for 5 points, but for the most part, feels like he's been kind of invisible overall. Not great. Jay Hammer, what's up, Jay Hammer? Jacoby Walter with 10 points. I feel like this might be one of his better games so far this year. He was not hesitant at all about putting up shots, was clearly feeling it tonight. 2 for 5 from three-point range is pretty big time for a guy who was shooting single digits in percentages from three-point range. I believe it was like 7.6% the last time we checked. 10 points for him in that half, 4 for 8 from the field. Nice contribution from him, but they're going to need more out of Brandon Ingram and Emmanuel Quickley. You're already down RJ. You need your core 4 to step up, or your core 3 now that RJ's out with the injury. Off the bench, Jameson Batten only got 4 minutes, didn't do pretty much anything. But Colin Murray-Boyles was phenomenal off the bench for the Raptors here. 4 for 5 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point range. They really have somebody here in this kid. CMB has been fantastic so far during his rookie year. Again, he's kind of just, right now, his role on this team is just like come in and cause chaos, like just be a hustle and energy and effort guy. And he's doing that extremely well. He's, diving for loose balls. He's winning 50-50 possessions for his team. He's even knocking down three-point shots. Now, teams are going to dare him to shoot, but he is shooting the lights out of the ball. I believe he's over 45% from three-point range on low volume. But clearly, if you're going to leave him open, he's going to be able to knock it down. We are now past the small sample size portion of the NBA season. We are over 20 games now. Colin Murray-Boyles is clearly a guy to keep around for the Toronto Raptors. I mean, he should be. He was a top 10 pick. Jonathan Mogbo got 5 minutes. I think they were just looking for size and energy to kind of match up with DeAndre Ayton as the game was going on because they were getting killed on the inside. Jamal Shed, 2 points for him. Didn't take a shot, got to the foul line. Did have 4 assists. I thought the pressure he was putting on the court was solid. The defense was solid from Jamal Shed. That's kind of what you usually get. Hopefully he could actually take some shots and knock down some shots in the second half because Toronto is going to need it in order to pull off this victory against the Lakers. And then you got Grady Dick. Grady Dick, who's having a rough year after a season in which he averaged 14 points per game last year, but obviously with all of the injuries that they had last year, Grady Dick just had a ton of opportunity for him to just kind of go out there and do things, right? And boy, did he go out there and do things. He averaged 14 points per game last year on like decent enough percentages. And not only has the minutes gone down as they've revamped the roster with the Brandon Ingram trade, but the minutes have gone down, the opportunities have gone down, and thus the production and the efficiency has gone down. But tonight, nice bounce-back performance. He's 2 for 3 from the field. Both of those made shots coming from three-point range. He's also 2 for 2 from the foul line. So if he can continue some solid play there, it's going to be big time for the Toronto Raptors because they are looking for somebody off the bench to really come in and seize that sixth-man role. Jay Hammer said, right on AP, Grimes, McBride, excitement. I wanted Jalen J at 19, but we traded the pick. And it was that large rim runner that we took, Keon Johnson, and it took time to figure out we were drafting. They traded both of those picks. They didn't take Keon Johnson in their draft, right? That was a weird, funky draft too, because they had the 2 back-to-back picks. I think it was 19 and 20, and they ended up trading both of them, which is what the Knicks do. Oftentimes they do that because of the cap ramifications of having a rookie on a rookie scale contract. It's a contract that you can't control. Like it's a rookie scale contract, so you can't negotiate. The reason why they took Pacom Dadier when they did in that first round is because he was like the only draft pick who was like, fine, I'll take 80% of the rookie scale contract. Like I'll sign for less. I'll willingly sign for less in order to be on the team. And the Knicks just value control of contracts, especially with the second apron looming for them, knowing that they're going to have to pay guys like Town, guys like Anunoby, guys like Bridges who are up for extensions. So that's part of the reason why that's kind of their mentality on the draft, which is a positive because it allows you to be a little bit more flexible with the guys who you know are good, but is a negative because when you get to a situation like this where you need a young guy to start stepping up because of injuries, you're looking for Dadier, you're looking for Diawara, you're looking for Tyler Cole, you're looking for Hug Porty. Can anybody step up? And so you put yourself behind the 8 ball in terms of your development farm there. But they do have Dig Paint in the back. Is Dig Paint anything? He just had a 37-point triple-double in the G League. Jay Hammer seems that the owner could get technical by yelling at the ref. You can. The owner, Mark, ask the Mavs. Mark Cuban has picked up technicals before for the Mavs. Multiple times. Multiple times. Just that's the 37th game in Toronto for LeBron. Is he 37-0? I'm kidding. I know he's not, but it's hilarious. Just that's it. Raptors 19 team assist and losing. Yeah. I mean, overall, they are 45% from the field, 45% from three-point range, which is good. Not a ton of free throws tonight overall for either team. 8 for both. 56% from the field for the Lakers and 50% from the field from three-point range for the Lakers. The issue is clearly the defense. They allowed 67 points in the first half for the LA Lakers. You're not going to win a basketball game allowing a team to score 125 plus on you. And so far, the Lakers are on pace for 125 plus. 135? 135 plus. You're not going to win too many games like that. So the Raptors, if they want to win it, they're going to have to lock up defensively. Those are the standings. Let's go around the league again. '76ers still putting a whooping on the Warriors. It's only a 14-point game though. Not impossible. Not impossible. Jay Hammer said cat and cash for Giannis. If the Raptors would accept cash and cap for cash and cat for Giannis, that deal would have been made this summer. The Celtics have fully pulled away from the Washington Wizards, so the hopes of the Wizards pulling off the upset against Celtics has been dashed. The Nets pulling away from the Jazz here at halftime, 58-49, 9-point game, but not. It was 29-29 in the second quarter, so Jazz will have a chance. Like I said, hopefully this goes until like quadruple overtime. Lakers Raptors is the game we're obviously covering tonight, and then you got Timberwolves Pelicans. Deep into that second quarter now, 46-40. This is ending up being a close game, but the Timberwolves, they're now 13-8, not the most impressive team. But the Pelicans, don't lose to the Pelicans. Fung Pei, what's up, Fung Pei? An NBA owner cannot receive a technical foul. Technical fouls are assessed to players, coaches, or other team personnel on the bench for unsportsmanlike conduct. However, owners can be fined. The Mavericks have definitely received technicals based off of what Mark Cuban has done in the past. I had Fung Pei said, I slapped your like. Appreciate you, Fung Pei. I had to use AI to look that up. Didn't know either. Really? Well, AI is wrong in that situation, Fung Pei. Teams can definitely be assessed. It is assessed as a team technical, but teams can definitely get assessed technicals for sure. Or owners can cause their teams to pick up technicals. AI is wrong on that one, brother. Stop relying on AI. I'll tell you that. AP said Philadelphia will lose Grimes. They're going to have to get creative. Grimes is going to have to come to an understanding that they don't have the money to pay him if he wants to stay there. That's if he wants to stay there. He might just be in it for the money, which I would not rule out for Quinn Grimes. Randall with 13 tonight. Gobert with 11. Anthony Edwards with only 2. Edwards is trying to let everybody else go off. He's not trying to do too much tonight. 1 for 3 from the field. They're now up by 10. Should start pulling away from the Pelicans at this point. Bryce McGowan's with 10. Wow, Bryce McGowan's is on the Pelicans. Did not know. Did not realize. How is, NBA draft darling Derek Queen doing? 2 points for him. 1 assist, no rebounds. So not a great night for Derek Queen going up against Rudy Gobert. Jeremiah Fears with 10 points, though. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. They really got somebody here with Jeremiah Fears. I think a lot of people were down on that draft pick. Didn't fully understand why people were so down on it. AB said, which NBA teams are still in their original city? The Knicks. The Celtics. Philadelphia? No, not Philadelphia. Philadelphia? I know the Knicks. I know the Celtics. Not the Lakers because they were in Minneapolis. Who are the original teams? Trying to think of the original teams if they're still there. Not the Florida teams. They were both expansion teams. Not the Texas teams. They were all expansion teams. Washington? They've just gone through branding change. I know the Knicks for sure. I don't know the Celtics for sure. The Philadelphia, they've gone through a branding change, but they were always in Philadelphia, I believe, right? So I think those three for sure are on my list. And then another one I think for sure is Washington. They've just gone through branding changes. I think those are the four I could think off the top of my head. I can't think of another team that's still in the original city. Let me know though, AP. What's the answer? Great question. Great topic. Here we go. Start of the third quarter. We're back into it. Kobe Walter has it up top, pulls it back out. They get over to Barnes. Now they get over to Mamukelashvili. Takes it out to Quickly up top. Good play for the Raptors here. They get Quickly an open look, and he knocks down the floater, attacking the closeout. Here we go. Hook ourselves back up to the game cast. Let's quickly knock down that floater. Here we go. 67-60. LeBron on the right wing. Beautiful pass inside. Wraparound pass to Reaves. Rolling to the rim, and he gets the layup to go. Barnes has it on the left wing, attacking to his left, spins against Ayton, has him in the post, backing him down in the lane, throws up the righty hook, comes up short, battles for his own offensive rebound, leaves it off for Jacoby Walter in the lane, lefty layup, gets it to go, and the foul. They hit LeBron with a charge. Close to being they hit LeBron with a blocking foul. It was close to being a charge, but they hit him with a blocking foul. It's going to send Jacoby Walter back to the foul line here. Going to the foul line for one more. Yeah, that's a blocking foul. LeBron did not beat him to the spot. Good call there from the official. What's the answer, AP? What's the answer? Grimes wanted $25 million. He did. I mean, he had a very explosive end to last year. We will see if the 76ers have the stomach to pay him, especially considering that they were able to draft Edgecombe, who I think is the guy they're going to prioritize. Right? And they have Jared McCain off the bench, so either a consolidation trade is on the way, or they're just going to rock out with four smaller guards in the backcourt. I know Edgecombe is a little bit bigger, and he plays big with his athleticism, but you got Maxey and you got Edgecombe as two definite guys that you're building around for the future. You got McCain, who was on track to win Rookie of the Year last year before he got injured, and then you have Quentin Grimes, who they traded for the previous year, who is now asking for a lot of money. So there's definitely an odd man out there. Is there a consolidation trade? Are they going to look to move on from McCain, who, since coming back from the injury, has not looked all that impressive so far? But right, because if you ask me who's better, Grimes or McCain, probably Grimes, and they move off of McCain. Can they attach McCain to like Paul George in order to get off of Paul George's contract, or Embiid in order to get off Embiid's contract? That would be interesting, right? Especially considering that McCain is kind of redundant when you pair him alongside Maxey. But who knows? Who knows? In terms of Grimes being worth $25 million, let me think about it. I think it's close. I don't think it's a crazy ask. $25 million gets you a like high quality starter at this point. That's starter money right there. I know we see $25 million and like immediately think like that's star money. That's no longer star money. Star money is like 50+ million now. That's what stars make. Like Anunoby's making like 40. Like he's a step below star. He's a high level starter. So he gets 40 million. Like that's where you are, right? So 25 million a year for Quinn Grimes isn't all that crazy at all. It's just about whether or not Philly has the stomach to give Grimes 25 million when they're going to have McCain asking for money soon. They're going to have Edgecombe in about 3 years asking for money. So, So the Lakers actually used their challenge there. I think a terrible use of the challenge. Very clear that it wasn't a charge on Jacoby Walter. So Walter is going to go to the foul line for one more as the call is upheld. But he does miss the free throw and then battle for the loose ball rebound, and LeBron can't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds. LeBron having a rough night. Not a good night for LeBron. Not a good night for LeBronto. The magic is gone in Toronto for LeBron James. Get it into Scottie Barnes, a little mid-range jumper from him, and he got it to go down. So a 4-point play it ends up being for the Toronto Raptors there. They pull themselves within 5. Reaves bringing it down against Jacoby Walter. They get it over to James. James up top being guarded by Barnes. Coming to his right off the Vincent screen. Driving it down to his left, putting his head down, attacking in the lane, leaves it off. Vincent, left corner, sets his feet, fires from 3, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball. Ayton has it, ripped out of his hands by Mamu Kalashvili. Here comes Walter, hit ahead to Barnes, hit ahead to Quickly, leaves it off for Walter. They get it over to Barnes. Barnes has it up top, being guarded by Hachimura. He's going to look to attack to his right in the lane. Little fall-away jumper from him. Got it to go. Scottie Barnes going to that little mid-range pull-up jumper twice in a row now, knocking them both down. Here comes Austin Reaves. It's a 3-point game, 1 possession. For the Raptors, we talk about getting over the humps in terms of getting back in the games. It's nice to get it to a 1-possession game. That's the second hump as Reaves knocks down a pull-up 3, keeping them an arm's distance away, back up to 6. Right? You get it to single digits, then you get it to a single possession, then you eventually take the lead. Nice feed inside from Ingram to Barnes for another easy layup. 3 straight baskets for Scottie Barnes now. 4-point game. Reaves bringing it down. Reaves dancing with it, coming to his left. And a foul on the floor on Jacoby Walter. They're going to say Reaves not in the act of shooting, and he is in disbelief. Can't believe they're not going to just award me with 3 free throws. Going to be side out of bounds for the Lakers there. Oh, they're going to change the call. Reaves is going to go to the foul line for 3 free throws. Sometimes whining gets you what you want. Poongpe said, you have a good memory, Sheffy. Do I? Do I? AP, you never answered the question that you asked. What's the answer, AP? Which NBA teams are still in their original city? I gave you 4 answers that I think for sure are still in the original. I know the Knicks are 1. And I know the Celtics are 2. And then I said Washington and I said Philly. I just think that those 2 teams have gone through brand changes. Used to be the Bullets. And I think Philly used to be something else, but other than 76ers. But OKC, what's up, OKC? Who do you think is going to win the NBA Cup? The New York Knicks. New York Knicks. Probably the Thunder, because they just refuse to lose right now. So probably the Thunder. Reaves does knock down 2 of the 3 free throws. And here come the Raptors. Still a 6-point game. Quickly leaves it off for Ingram. Ingram coming to his left, off the Barnes screen, driving it down, stop, turn, spin, fall-away jumper in the paint. Can't get it to go off the back rim. Long rebound. Did come out to Ingram, but he doesn't go for the ball, and Vincent able to sneak it out of his hands. Vincent quick crossover, pulls it out, coming to his left to kick it out to Hachimura. Jab step coming to his right. Mid-range pull-up jumper from him. Comes up short. Barnes secures the rebound. Home run pass from Scottie Barnes. Mamu Kalashvili, a terrible pass, gets knocked out of the air, but quickly able to pick it up. They kick it out to Barnes as the trailer, straightaway 3. He's knocking down his jump shot, and he knocks that one down right there. And it's a 3-point game. Raptors not going away quietly here. Austin Reaves bringing it down. We talked about having to beat the Raptors. They're not going to look to beat themselves. Interior pass from Reaves to Ayton, knocked out of his hands. Here comes Quickly, shoves it over to Walter. Walter down the lane. Can't get the layup to go, but he does draw the foul on Austin Reaves. A lot of contact, both players down on the court, but they're both going to pop right back up. Poongpe said in a 2014 incident, a technical foul was called on an assistant coach. McCupin stated that it was his comment to the referee that caused the call. The league has since rescinded the technical foul. Yeah, you can get it. I mean, it counts technically as like a team technical at that point, but you could definitely get a technical as an owner. Or you can cause at least a technical to your team. I don't think they would call the technical on the owner, but they would call it a team technical. Jacoby Walter knocks down both free throws, making it a 1-point game. They need a stop and a score in order to get over that final hump, and then I think it'll be a full-on game between the Raptors and the Lakers here. The Lakers have held true for most of the game. They took the lead early, and they've held on to it for a majority of it, or pretty much all of it. Reaves has it up top, coming to his left. Attacking Jacoby Walter in the lane, throws a lob up to Ayton, catches, and lays it up and in. And the foul. Gets the foul from behind from Scottie Barnes. He tried to come over and knock it out of the air, but just too late. Ends up smacking the arms of Ayton, and he's going to go to the foul line for one more free throw. And again, the Lakers holding on strong here to this lead. Not relinquishing it easily. So Ayton's at the foul line for one more. Gets that free throw to go. Here comes Quickly bringing it down. 8:30 to go. Quickly has it up top. Hands it off to Ingram. Ingram's been very quiet tonight. Being guarded by Vincent here. He's got the size advantage. Stops, turns, fall away, pump fake, gets it over to Mamu. Pump fakes against Reaves, driving it down. Gets into the lane, kicks it out to Ingram. Ingram swims through to his right. Now crosses over to his left. Now spins to his right. Kicks it out to Mamu Kalashvili. Straightaway three. He's open, and he gets it to go at the buzzer for Mamu Kalashvili. And he gets those 3 points right back and is back to a 1-point game with 8 minutes to go. Reaves up top, jab step, driving down the lane, kicks it out. LeBron, extra pass to Vincent, back to LeBron. He's going to pump fake, drive it in, throws a lob up to Ayton, and he gets the two-handed slam to go down. Deandre Ayton gets to eat so good playing alongside. As Barnes puts up a three, he can't get that one to go. Playing alongside great passers like LeBron, Reaves, and Luka, man. His job is so easy. Set a screen and roll to the rim. Just hang around the rim until they pass it to you. LeBron driving to his right of the screen, gets into the lane, scoop play with the left hand, can't get it to go, battle for the rebound, can't get it. LeBron and Ayton want a goaltend there as the Raptors look like they knocked it off the rim, but they swing it around. Jacoby Walter, left corner three, got it to go. And we're tied up at 79. But the final hump is to take the lead. It's not to tie it up. You got to take the lead. Now, they weren't down a ton of points. So it's not like a true comeback from the Raptors, but they were down double digits. You know, not a big lead, not insurmountable, obviously, not a big deal to be down 12 points in modern basketball, but they were down by double digits. So I will treat it as if you got to get over the three mythical humps. Full timeout from the Lakers here. It's now tied at 79 with 7:20 to go. LeBron, only 4 points tonight. Reaves, 21, 5, and 8. I am curious, though. How many turnovers, though, for Reaves? I feel like he's had a couple of bad handles here. Only 2 turnovers for Reaves. Not as bad as I initially thought. Both teams doing a pretty good job of taking care of the ball. Quickly is the guy where the Raptors turning it over. He's got 3 turnovers for Quickly. Whoa. And what do we have here, y'all? 84-81, a 3-point game, a 1-possession game for the Warriors. Chris Kahn, what's up, Chris? In 3 hours, it's going to be my birthday, and I want the Utah Jazz to win against the Knicks. I think they got you, Chris. I think they got you. Happy birthday to you, Chris. Happy birthday. Whoa. Do we have to put this game on the double screen? On the multi-view? This is on NBA TV. Still get NBA TV here, right? Yeah, we do. Whoa. 3-point game, 76ers. Are you going to choke here? Wearing the old Iverson jerseys, too? Maxey coming to his right. They're halfway through the fourth quarter. He misses a jump shot, but battle on the glass. Bona gets it and puts it back in. Okay. Celtics absolutely just running away with it here in the second half. 120-93. 130, my bad. 130-93. I was right. Jeez. I was like, no way. There's no way. No way it's 130. And then I looked back at it and I was like, oh, yeah, it is 130. Nets Jazz still hanging around. It's a close game for now. And then obviously Lakers Raptors tonight. And then Timberwolves not able to put the Pelicans away. They threatened to run away with it. They were up about 10, 12 points, but Pelicans fighting back. No Zion. No Herb Jones. Here we go. Checking back into our game here. we're going to keep an eye on that Philly game. I got it on the split screen now. Going to make it a little harder to see our Lakers-Raptors game, but it is what it is. LeBron has it up top, being guarded by Ingram. Dancing with it against Quickly now on a switch. He's going to put him in the post, back him down, cross-court pass. Hachimura catches, pump fakes, driving to his left against Ingram. Step back, all the way to along the baseline. Splashes it, nothing but net for Rui Hachimura. 2-point lead for the Lakers. Toronto could take the lead with a 3 here, or, again, look to tie it up. Quickly coming to his left, steps back, gets it over to Ingram. Ingram up top, coming to his left off a barn screen. Pulls it back out, dancing with it, coming to his right, driving it down. They show a double team. And a carry on Brandon Ingram, who's had another ugly game here for the Raptors. They need Brandon Ingram to be better than this. A lot of Raptors fans were singing the praises of Brandon Ingram. He is not coming through these last couple of games for them. Austin Reaves bringing it down, hands it off to Vincent. Vincent has it up top, coming to his right, being guarded by Quickly. Spinning, coming to his right off the Ayton screen, has it in the paint, pulls it back out. Mamu really switches onto him. They get it over to Hachimura. They're trying to feed Ayton down low. They lob it over the top, and Barnes comes up with the steal. Now Barnes bringing it down, full head of steam, hits it over to Mamu, reverse layup for him. Can't get it to go, but a foul on Vincent. Going to send Mamu to the foul line for 2 free throws with 6:20 to go here in the third. Approaching the halfway point. Just that, so we got a game now. We got a game now. Now we're going back and forth. Raptors got to take the lead, though. Mamu can tie it back up at 81 here. Got to knock down your free throws. Knock down the free ones. In terms of this Philly-Golden State game, I got it up on the other screen. Oh, they're going to look to see if this is a flagrant foul on Gabe Vincent. He did knock Mamu across the neck. It was pretty close to a clothesline. Pat Spencer at the foul line for the Warriors there. Knocked down both of them. It's back to a one-possession game. They were down by 20+ in that third quarter. There are now 5 minutes to go in the fourth. They're trapping in the backcourt. They do save it up top to Grimes. Down the lane, scoop play with the right hand, got it to go. Philly trying to hold on. So the refs are going to take a look at this. He smacks him in the head. He doesn't follow through. He doesn't, fully clothesline him. He doesn't Kurt Rambis him. Who clotheslined Kurt Rambis? No, Kurt Rambis was the guy who took the clothesline. Who clotheslined Kurt Rambis? That wasn't McHale, was it? Both of these teams, in terms of the Warriors and the 76ers, trading baskets now. It's 85-90. Pat Spencer, step back 3, though, knock it down. Oh, my goodness, it's a 2-point game. It's a 2-point game off the step back 3 from Pat Spencer. It's about to get game done by Pat Spencer? Crazy. Great thing that we got 2 games on, so I don't have to sit here and wait for these officials to figure out that it's a clothesline. It should be point blank and simple. You either call it a flagrant or you don't. Come on. 76ers missed a shot. Buddy Hield with the rebound. They could take the lead here. Hield steps back. He goes for it. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. And a loose ball foul on the Warriors. Boom pasted. It was Kev. It was Kev McHale. David Oz Jr. What's up, David Oz Jr.? AP, brother, you asked me a question. It was a great question. And then you never gave me the answer. AP, brother, what was the answer to your question? Namar, what's up, Namar? Thoughts on getting Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Knicks? My thought is that it's not happening. I don't think he's going to end up on the Knicks. I think the Knicks called them up in the summer, gave them a real offer. Everything that's reported says that they gave them a real offer. Something that it was like this is as far as we can go with our offers. And the Milwaukee Bucks said not good enough. The Knicks said, okay, thank you for business. They said, okay, thank you for the conversation. And they both walked away from the conversation knowing that Giannis is not going to be a Knick, at least during the season here. Maybe if Giannis makes it to the offseason, maybe they'll reconvene at that point, especially depending if the season ends in disappointment without a championship. But we'll see. We'll see. They do call it a flagrant on Gabe Vincent, so Mamu really at the foul line for 2 free throws as he misses a free throw. Come on, brother. You can't be missing free throws. It's a 1-point game, by the way, between Golden State and Philly. It's 91-92. Mamu really missed the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Toronto will also receive the ball back. He does knock down the second free throw. It's 81-80. David Ross Jr. said, if we offer JB, he will, but we won't. Yeah, but do they want Jalen Brunson? Jalen Brunson's what, 28, 29 years old, 29 years old? Why would they want Jalen Brunson? They would have to build an entire team around Brunson. You know, they're not going to be good. And then you got an older guy, I guess, to repackage him for a bigger deal, I guess. Toronto gets the ball. Colin Murray-Boyles can't corral the lob pass, but he tips it to himself and he lays it up and in. And Toronto has taken the lead. Now it's a game. Golden State has taken the lead too. It's 93-92. Both of these teams coming back here. Golden State the bigger comeback, but Reaves down the lane, puts the shot up, can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul, so he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Just under 6 minutes to go now. Turning into a little bit of a foul fest here in this third quarter. Buddy Hield has it up top. They swing it over to a guy. I can't tell who it is right there. I can't tell. Pull it up over here. Who's on the court? That was Quinn Post. Quinn Post on the court for the Warriors now. This is the other game we're going over right now. Got both of these up on screen, on my screen. So we'll vacillate between these two. Obviously, we're going to stick with the Raptors-Lakers game. This is the game of the night for us. Reaves knocks down both free throws. 83-82. Now we're past the halfway point here in the third. Ingram gets it over to Mamukelashvili. Has it in the right corner, being guarded by James. They get it back to Ingram. Ingram coming to his right, being guarded by LaRavia. Stops, leans in, pump fakes. Knocks the ball out of his hands. He picks it back up, driving to his left. Little fall-away jumper in the paint. Got it to go. Tough shot from Ingram. Good defense from LaRavia and the Lakers all around. Ingram able to make something out of nothing, though. And now the Warriors are up by 3. Ooh, boy, Philly loses this one. Reaves has it up top, dancing with it. They get it over to LeBron, back to Reaves. Deep straightaway 3 for him. Got it to go. Nothing but net for Austin Reaves. Just the fact that he has extended his range that far out for the Lakers is incredible. Ingram has it up top, being guarded by Hachimura. Crosses over to his right off the Mamu screen. Stops, kicks it out to Mamu. A straightaway 3 for him. He can't get it to go on the answer. But Jacoby Walter coming from the weak side for 3. Kicks it out to quickly for a 3, and he got it to go. Anything you can do, I can do better as the Raptors retake the lead. Both of these teams going back and forth now. And now Golden State up by 4. Pat Spencer going crazy over there. Reaves has it up top. He fires a deep one, just walks up and knocks it down. Austin Reaves. Anything you can do, I can do for sure type of offense are going on right now. Quickly up top. Coming to his right. Spins, coming to his left. Gets it up top to Ingram. Ingram being guarded by LaRavia. Coming to his left. Stops, steps back, dancing with it. Crosses over to his right. Step back, kicks it out quickly. Pump fake, sidestep. Now over to Ingram. Ingram pump fakes, driving to his right. Kicks it out to quickly in the right corner. At the last second, he puts it up at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Colin Murray-Boyles knocked it loose, but Ayton able to pick it up. Here comes Austin Reaves. Has it up top. Swings it over to LeBron. Down the lane. Scoop play with the right hand. Got it to go. And now back up by 4 for the Lakers. 91-87. Ingram up top. Coming to his right. Driving it down. Mid-range pull-up jumper in rhythm. Got to his spot. Knocked it down for Brandon Ingram. Starting to heat up a little bit here. They're under 4 minutes to go. Reaves has it up top, bringing it down. Avery said, wow, did the Warriors come back in that game? They did. They're now up by 4. Reaves in the paint, kicks it out. A 3 for LaRavia. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Colin Murray-Boyles with the rebound. Here comes Ingram. I got a split screen right now, AP, so we're going over both of them. The 76ers called the timeout. They're down by 4 to the Warriors. They came all the way back and took the lead. Hayes said Philly's in trouble. Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. David House Jr. said reports say the Bucks want JB. I'm sure they want him. They'd be able to repackage him and send them to somewhere else and get an even bigger return. So they'd get a bunch of stuff from the Knicks, including Jalen Brunson and probably the rest of the picks that they have. In theory, that trade makes the most sense because you get to keep Towns, the stretch 5 that Giannis needs. You get to keep Anunoby and Bridges, the wings you need. As Grimes drives it down, draws the foul, he's going to go to the foul line for one more. He can knock it to a 1-point game there. There's 1:10 to go in that fourth quarter. Reaves gets fouled on a 3-point attempt on the other side. He's going to the foul line for 3 free throws now. Reaves at the foul line for 3. 3:20 to go. Timer's still going. 3:20 to go. Okay, he said they want our franchise player. Well, we want their franchise player. There's no chance the Knicks trade Jalen Brunson. It's a family thing. It's like, even though the Knicks would technically be getting better and they'd be getting the better player, there's 0% chance Jalen Brunson ever gets traded by this team, by this front office. 0 chance. Reaves knocked down the first two and knocks down all 3 free throws. 94-89, a 5-point lead has been built back up by the Lakers. They got to hold off this Raptors team. Not gone away all night long. They got Jamal Shed out there handling it up top against Nick Smith Jr., driving to his left in the lane, throws up a floater, can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. And a foul on the floor for the 76ers. We're down by 1. The 76ers are in the bonus. They're going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Who's going to the foul line for 2 free throws, though? Jamal Shed is going to the foul line for 2 free throws in our game here. Maxey missed the floater. They call a foul on Pat Spencer. Trying to box out of Dembona. Austin Reaves with 18 points in this third quarter, getting busy. Bona misses a free throw. Best he could do is tie it up with 40 seconds to go in that game. Shed at the foul line. Knocked down the first one. Knocks down the second one. Back to a 3-point game. 1 possession. 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Reaves bringing it down against Shed. Dancing with it. Up top, Jamison battle switched onto him. Reaves driving to his left in the lane. Stops. Gets it taken out of his hands by Colin Murray-Boyle. Shed hit ahead. Grady Dick down the lane. Gets stripped by Gabe Vincent. Stays in bounds and saves it over to LaRavia. And now here comes Gabe Vincent bringing it down. Or is that Nick Smith Jr.? Excuse me. Nick Smith Jr. bringing it down. In the lane. Stop. They'll fall away. He's going to reward himself, and he knocks it down. By rewarding himself, he rewarded the team. Great defensive play. Also ended up in the fall-away shot, giving the Lakers back a 10-point lead. As Adem Bona missed both of them. Missed both of the free throws. But Edgecombe came flying in for the offensive rebound. But he gets tied up by Moses Moody. We're going to get a full timeout here by the Raptors. The Warriors win the tip. Time is on their side. And a timeout for the Warriors. Wow. Al Horford is playing, by the way. Didn't realize Al Horford was back. Abe said, I'm not trading Brunson. If the Knicks win a championship, I want it with Brunson on the roster. Me too. Me too. Me too. But that's why I'm not, would never be a good GM. I'm too emotionally attached. Like, I would have never made the OG Anunoby trade. Like, RJ and IQ, those are my guys. I was going to ride it out with those guys. Going to ride it out, for better or for worse. We were probably never even going to win a playoff series with both of those guys as the leaders of the team. But I was going to ride it out with them. Those are my guys. Because I was emotionally attached. Why I can never be a good GM, right? Would I ever trade Mitchell Robinson? Probably not. Too emotionally attached. Should the Knicks eventually trade Mitchell Robinson? Yeah, they should definitely look into it at some point. Too limited of a player, right? Too dependent on his offensive rebounding. Austin Reaves is perfect from the field in this third quarter, leading the way. There's 33 seconds left in the Golden State-Philly game. Golden State has the ball, and they're up by 1. So, what do you do if you're Philly? You got to go for a steal and then a foul? Do you foul right away? But here we go. We're back into our game. Colin Murray-Boyles has it up top. They get it over to Grady Dick. Down low to Scottie Barnes, being guarded by Reaves. Stops, pump fake. They bring a double team. Hold on to it. Kicks it in the corner to Battle. Sets and fires a 3. Comes up short. And then Nick Smith Jr. with the rebound. Here comes Austin Reaves. I'm going to call the end of this Philly-Golden State game. This is more important in the final 33 seconds. The Warriors are going to have to inbound it here. We'll get back to the Toronto Lakers game in a second. As a matter of fact, they throw it in the backcourt to De'Anthony Melton. They're going to guard straight up here. And Austin Reaves gets fouled and puts it in. Is that a 3-point shot? Now it's a 2. Going to go to the foul line for one more. Anthony Melton's going to drive it down, scoop layup. Can't get the layup to go. Battle for the loose ball. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to go back to Philly. 14 seconds to go. They got the defensive stop they needed. We're going to get a timeout and a challenge here, I think, from Golden State challenging the possession of the ball there. So here we come. Reaves did knock down his free throw. Another three-point play there for him, 99-91. Reaves on fire in this quarter. Toronto has no answers for him. They get it down low to Scottie Barnes, being guarded by Gabe Vincent. They hit Battle, cut back door. He goes up for a two-handed slam. Beautiful cut from Battle. Great pass from Scottie Barnes. Knowing that pass was going to be available as long as Battle timed his cut correctly. Nick Smith Jr. has it up top, coming to his right, dancing with it. Now coming to his left, off the Jackson Hayes screen, driving it down, pulls it back out, being guarded by the rookie Murray Boyles. Stops, turns, spins, foul line, fall away jumper, too short, can't get it to go. Barnes with the rebound, hit ahead out to Shed, down low to Murray Boyles, trying to reward the young man, gets chased down, blocked by Hayes, picks up his own loose ball though, kicks it out to Barnes for a three, and Barnes knocks it down. Just like that, we're back to a single possession game. 99-96 with a minute to go. Reaves bringing it down. Reaves has had a fantastic third quarter here, but the Raptors refuse to go away. Reaves directing traffic. He has it about the half-court line, being guarded by Shed. Driving to his left, behind the back, coming to his right. Chucks up the three. Finally, his first miss of the quarter. The Raptors with the rebound. They're bringing it down the other way. Barnes down the lane, Euro steps, kicks it out. Jamal Shed extra pass to Battle. He's going to pump fake. Inside pass to Barnes. Barnes goes up, off glass, got it to go. Against Austin Reaves. And it's back to a one-point game. After all of that, back to a one-point game. Reaves driving to his left. Good screen from Hayes. Down the lane. And then a foul on Murray Boyles. 21 seconds to go. Jamal Shed looks like he's hurt. He's back up. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him, holding his stomach. 21 seconds to go. They're still looking to see who last touched this ball. It looks like Guy Santos of the Warriors is the last to touch it, so it should go back to Philly here. I think they may also be looking for an approximate foul. I think that's marginal contact. Just a good battle for the loose ball there. Oh, that might be off of Edgecombe. That looks like it's off of Edgecombe. Might be Warriors ball. That's a tough one. That's a tough one there. AV said, I'm not going to repay the man who turned our franchise around for trading him away to watch us on TV in the playoffs. I'm with you, AP. I'm with you. I'm 1,000% with you. Jalen Brunson, in my book, is going to retire a Knick. He's going to play the next 8 remaining years of his career, retire at 38, and then guess what? He's going to be named an assistant coach immediately upon retirement. He's going to stick around this franchise as long as I'm around. They split the free throws there. Reaves split the free throws, so it's 100-98, a 2-point game. Jamal Shed has it up top, being guarded by Reaves. Shed, dancing with it, coming to his left, down the lane, kicks it out the Battle, extra pass to Ingram, coming to his right, driving it down, kicks it out. Barnes, a deep straightaway three at the buzzer, in and out, can't get it to stay, and we will go into the fourth quarter with a 2-point game, 100-98 here. Good game. I think they're still reviewing. I know. They've given possession to somebody. Who they give possession to? They gave it to the Warriors off of Edgecombe. Wow. So now Philly has to foul. Or get a steal. But the shot clock is off with 14.2 seconds to go. Get it in. Hands it off to Hield. I think you should have just fouled Quinn Post there. Too slow to foul Quinn Post. I don't think Philly was looking to foul there. I think they were looking to maybe try and tie him up. Because he immediately curled the ball up. Picked up his dribble. Namar said, we don't get Giannis Antetokounmpo, I'll be upset. I think the Knicks already said, we offered them. They said no, and I think we're out of it. I'm pretty sure that was the last reporting I saw. So the Knicks will not end up with Giannis, Namar. Will not end up with him. Unless something crazy happens. Or unless Giannis comes out and he's like, you know what? It's Knicks or nothing. Get me to the Knicks. Right? If he pulls an Anthony Davis. But I don't think Giannis is going to do that. Especially not when the other teams that are going to be available to trade for him are like the Spurs, the Magic, the Hawks. These are teams that could put together legitimately really good trade packages and trade for him, and they're really good teams. Giannis has said multiple times that his number one desire is to win basketball games. I'm sure he thinks he could win basketball games playing for the New York Knicks. The issue is the Knicks would, even if they don't, they're not trading Jalen Brunson. So even if they just trade Karl Anthony Towns, how are the Knicks going to space around Giannis? when their only other big man on the roster at that point is Mitchell Robinson and Ariel Hukporti, two guys who don't have an offensive game outside the paint. When was the last time you saw Giannis play next to a guy who couldn't shoot a three-point shot at the center position? I'm telling you. AB said, James Dolan's a low guy. I don't think he would sign off on that. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think James Dolan is very happy with the Knicks being a championship contending team year after year, being a definite playoff team, being one of the better teams in the league year after year. They're no longer a laughingstock. People are no longer chanting for him to sell the team. I think he's very happy and content with the way the team is being run right now. I'm sure he wants a championship, but I think he's very comfortable giving the reins up to Leon Rose and just saying, all right, you've done a good enough job, brother. You got my trust. You do your thing. Here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. We're back into it. And the Warriors got the ball inbounded, and they're going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. So LeBron has it up top, being guarded by Mamu Kalashvili. Step back three for him. Comes up short. Long rebound over to Vincent. Back to LeBron. He's going to put up another three at the left wing. Too strong on that one. Offensive rebound by Hayes. Kicks it out to Laravia. But Hayes stepped on the baseline. And it's going to stay with the Lakers. Because I think Mamu Kalashvili touched the ball while he was out of bounds, even though Jackson Hayes had possession of it. So LeBron has it up top. Takes it out inbounds it to Hayes. Hands it back off to LeBron. LeBron coming to his left. Sprays it out. Nick Smith Jr. right corner three, and he knocks it down. 103-98. Mamu Kalashvili has it up top. Hands it off too quickly driving it down. Tries to split the two defenders. Tries to save it over to Mamu Kalashvili. Loses the ball. Players diving on it. Laravia dives on it. And then the Lakers and Laravia able to call the timeout. By the way, that looks like a clean strip from Edgecombe there. On, who's that, Quentin Post? Quentin Post did get possession, though, and then kind of got ran into by Tyrese Maxey. I think either way, Quentin Post is going to go to the foul line there. It is a coach's challenge by Philly, though. He said OKC can trade for him. They can trade for him, but they just won a championship. I don't think they want to upset the balance of their team right now. But, why would the Spurs not trade for him? Why would the Spurs not try to pair Giannis and Wemby together? Man, you want to take down Oklahoma City? Put Giannis and Wemby together. Wemby can be the stretch five that Giannis needs to play next to. They're obviously ridiculously versatile defensively. That would be insane. That's like the thing I hope happens. I hope Giannis ends up in San Antonio. San Antonio would have to give up either like Castle or something. Philly steals the ball. And timeout to Philly. After all of that, Philly wins the challenge. They rescind the foul call. They end up knocking the ball loose. They steal it. They dive on it and steal it. And then Philly gets the timeout off. So Golden State, all they had to do was inbound the ball. They've had like 4 or 5 opportunities now. And every time they've misplayed it. Excellent defense there. Was that Edgecombe again? That was Edgecombe again. And he was the guy who dove on it. And he was the guy who called the timeout. Well, I think Nick Nurse was also screaming timeout, but Philly gets the timeout off. Crazy. I mean, terrible pass, by the way, as 2 players were in the vicinity there for Philly. He said Jalen Brunson would be the next Allen Houston, the New York Knicks, the man to move to the front office. I don't know if he moves to the front office. I think I see him more as a coach. Maybe a front office guy. But his dad's a coach. I could see Jalen Brunson more so being a coach. Which would be great. Which would be great. AB said that's Adam Silver's choices to get him to San Antonio. San Antonio normally doesn't make big trades like that. So I don't really see them wanting to make that trade. I think they're really good. They're really perfectly fine with their trio moving forward of Harper, Castle, and Wemby. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? Vincent has it up top. Get it over to Hayes. Hands it off to Nick Smith Jr. Coming to his left. Step back three for him. He's been on fire tonight. Off the back rim. Can't get that one to go. Long rebound. LeBron able to grab it. LeBron up top to Vincent. Coming to his right off the LeBron screen. Stops, hesitates, drives in the lane. Puts up the floater off glass. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Hayes picks it up. They swing it around. James up top. Attacks the closeout. Down the lane. Through the defense. Can't get it to go. And gets blocked or just misses the layup. Either way, here comes Scottie Barnes the other way. And he gets fouled going to the foul line for 2 free throws. What happened in this Philly game? And they win. Did they win it at the buzzer? Barnes at the foul line to win 2. I completely missed it. They win it at the buzzer? I'm going to rewind this one. Barnes is at the foul line for 2, so whatever. They're showing the replay there. I'm rewinding time. Yeah, there's 8.2 to go. Philly's down by 1. They got to inbound it. Edgecombe gets it into Maxey. Maxey with 5 seconds to go, dribbling it down, coming to his right, step back, fall away 2 at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. But the putback. The putback. And then a chase down block. They almost lost it. Who hit that shot? Who got the putback? Who got the putback? Edgecombe. Edgecombe with the offensive rebound and putback. The rookie, man. Jeez Louise. BJ Edgecombe, man. My goodness. Barnes didn't end up knocking down his 2 free throws. Now we can get rid of this game, by the way, and go back to the full screen. LeBron has it up top, being guarded by Mamukelashvili. Bounce pass over to Laravia, wide open left wing 3, splashes it nothing but net. The fact that we're still bringing double teams over to LeBron when he's 40 years old is crazy. Lakers still holding Toronto an arm's distance away, quickly bringing it down. Hands it off to Barnes. Barnes up top, being guarded by Vincent. Gets it over to Battle. Now over to Quickly. Quickly up top, coming to his left. They're trying to get it to Barnes. They finally get it to Barnes. They show double team to him immediately. High arcing pass out to Grady Dick. Jab step coming to his left. Spins to his right in the lane. Step back. Fall away. Foul line jumper. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. LeBron. Foul. Scottie Barnes going for the rebound. 9:17 to go. Hey, Hayes said Philly really pulled the okie dokie. Up by 20-plus points. They end up going down by 4 late in the fourth quarter and finding a way to win thanks to their 19-year-old, 20-year-old, however old Edgecombe is, rookie BJ Edgecombe. Hey, Hayes said you wanted an active. You said you wanted an active coach. Do you like Nick Nurse? I'm not a Nick Nurse fan at all. Quickly knocks down, was that a floater? Knocks down a floater. Knocks down a shot. Nice pass from Scottie Barnes. Oh, from the inbound. Put in. Got Vincent out of position. Draws the foul and gets the layup to go. So he's at the foul line for 1 more. Hey, Hayes said Maxey's really taking the Jalen Brunson role from 2 seasons ago. He is. Quickly knocks down both free throws. Knocks down his and 1 free throw, I should say. Gabe Vincent bringing it down. 106-103. 9 minutes to go. Lakers holding Toronto at bay here. LeBron gets it out to Vincent. A right wing 3 for Vincent. Too strong, can't get it to go. Mamukelashvili with the rebound. He's going to bring it down. Put his head down, too. Charging in the open court. Leaves it off for Quickly. Quickly coming to his left. He's got space. He fires a 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound. Barnes able to save it. Out to Quickly. Great save from Scottie Barnes. Quickly attacking to his right. Steps back. Pulls it out. And then hands it off to Ingram. Ingram driving it down. Spins to his right. All the way at the buzzer, just heaves it up there, and he got it to go over 2 defenders. Looked like he just threw it up there. But he got it to go. Threw up a prayer, and it was answered. James gets it over to LaRavia, down the lane, draws the foul, and he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. 8:20 to go. AP said, who won the game? The 76ers somehow managed to pull it out off of the back of their rookie, VJ Edgecombe. Huge plays out of VJ Edgecombe there. VJ taking the Josh Hart role, Jay Hammer? Kind of, yeah. Did all the dirty work at the end there. He stole the ball from the inbounds. He dove on it. He stole it in the first place, by the way, where they initially called the foul. They challenged it. They ruled that it wasn't a foul. Then when the Warriors tried to inbound it again, VJ Edgecombe was the one to steal it and called the timeout. And then at the end, when Maxey missed the fall-away jumper, who was there for the offensive rebound and putback but VJ Edgecombe? Completely won the game for his team. LaRavia knocked down both free throws. It's 108-105. Ingram driving it down. Stop, turn, spin. Kicks out to Mamukelashvili. He's open for a 3. In and out, halfway down, but he can't get it to stay. LeBron James with the rebound. Quick hit ahead to Hachimura. Driving it down. Pulls it back out. Good defense from Battle to get back, but now Hachimura has him in the post. Stops, turns, spins, pump fakes. He's got nowhere to go. Leans in. Steps through against Battle, but smokes a layup. Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Hit ahead to Jamal Shed. Sprays it over to Battle. Battle fires a 3, and he knocks that one down. And we're tied at 108 yet again with 7:40 to go here. Reaves bringing it down. He has it up top. Jamal Shed was in the backcourt going for the steal. Reaves leans in, puts up the floater, gets it to go. Namar said, I wanted the Raptors to lose. The Knicks can take second place. Yeah. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. The Knicks will be seeing the Raptors very soon. Cross-court pass over to Battle. Pump fakes. Takes it out to Mamukelashvili. Gets it over to Ingram. Ingram's going to dance with it against Ayton. Coming to his right. Fall away mid-range shot again. Can't get that one to go. Good defense from Ayton. LeBron able to secure a rebound in the paint. Gets it out to Reaves. Reaves bringing it down. Reaves on the right wing. Gets it over to James. James fires a right wing 3. In and out. In again. And then out again for LeBron as it stays out. And here come the Raptors bringing it down. Over the top pass to Ingram. Goes up. Gets the layup to go over Reaves. Reaves getting picked on defensively here tonight. He's been fantastic offensively, but boy, oh boy, are they just picking on him defensively. He's got 38 and 9. Reaves has it up top. Being guarded by Battle. Coming to his left off the Ayton screen. In and out dribble. Coming to his left. Picks up his handle. Kicks it out to LaRavia. He's going to pump fake. Drive it to his right. Euro step down the lane. Gets swatted by Ingram on the chase down. Knocked out of bounds by the Raptors. It's going to remain with the Lakers. 6:25 to go. Jay Hammer said, how many points for Reaves? He's got 38 points and 9 assists. Also chipping in 5 rebounds. He had 22 points in that third quarter. A career high for any quarter for Reaves. They're throwing up the stat now. We're tied at 110. Reaves inbounding. Get it into Ayton. Ayton being guarded by Mamukelashvili. They get it out to Reaves. Reaves, right corner, shoves it up with the shot clock expiring. Can't get it to go. Battle on the glass for the rebound. Mamukelashvili able to grab it. Scottie Barnes, a home run pass over to Battle. Battle going under the rim. Kicks it back out to Barnes. Barnes up top. He's going to dribble it down in attack. Leaning in, coming to his left. Pulls it back out. Ball knocked out of his hands. Swings through to his right against LaRavia in the paint. Kicks it out to Battle. He just hit a 3, this time from the corner, and he goes 2 in a row. Jamison Battle. As he gives, they say a long 2. He gives his team a 2-point lead. 112 to 110. We're past the halfway point. Forgot to restart the timer. We're past the halfway point. Reaves coming to his right. They show 2 defenders on him. They pick his pocket. Jamal Shed down the lane, leaves it off for Mamukelashvili, goes up and smokes a layup. Mamukelashvili calling for a goaltend. It did look like a goaltend, but they didn't call it. Reaves down the lane the other way, draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. The officials smoking a goaltending call there for the Raptors. And Reaves will go to the foul line for 2. Oh, wow. I don't know if LaRavia got a piece of that. I think Mamukelashvili just missed it. Oh, no, it's a goaltend. On that angle, you can see it's a goaltend. 5:30 to go. The Gaming Bros? What's up, Gaming Bros? Oh, there he goes. Message was retracted. Just that's a Jimison battle? I checked his channel out, Just His Dad. And also his message was distracted automatically in the chat. So I don't know what happened to him. But if he did nothing wrong, he should be able to come back. If he did do something wrong, he's gone. K. Hazy said it would be nice to be far ahead of the Raptors, but I'm not worried about them keeping the position. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. It would be nice if we can get... Reaves did knock down a free throw, by the way. And then the Raptors used the timeout to ice him for the second free throw. It would be nice for the Knicks to get OG Anunoby back and get a fully healthy team. It's nice that they're hanging around that second seed. But the East is all jumbled up. So honestly, they're just as close to the 6th seed as they are to the 2nd seed at this point. Right? We go back to the standings. Philly won today. So where's Philly? Philly's now jumped up to 7. They're tied with the Magic and the Celtics. Celtics will pull off a victory today. So they'll remain at the 5 seed. He said, I haven't heard LeBron James' name all night. He hasn't really done much. He's kind of just hanging out there. He's just giving the ball to Reaves and going and staying on the wing or in the corner. Playing a role tonight. But the Knicks at 14-7 are just as close to the 76ers at 12-9 as they are to the Pistons at 17-5. So, you know. Kind of jumbled up here for the East. Not so much for the West. I mean, it's jumbled up for the West, but not as much. Some separation being formed here for the top 5? Top 5. Between Denver, San Antonio, Houston, and the Lakers. OKC's out in the stratosphere by themselves at 21-1. They're all the way over there. Nobody's catching them. They're already 5 games ahead of the Lakers. They could lose 3 games in a row and lose almost no ground. Jeez Louise. We go through the scores. The Wizards ended up losing 146-101, a 45-point beatdown for the Wizards tonight. That's just pathetic. Come on, Washington. Just that said, I put the occasional spammer in timeout is basically all I do. Yeah, I get it. And I appreciate it for you, Just that. I really do. I have banned a couple of people the last couple of days just because some people have been coming into the chat and being like, actually, this sucks. Actually, this whole thing sucks. And I'm like, brother, if you don't like it here, you can go. I just don't understand the mentality of like, if this were real life, this were like in person, that's the equivalent of walking into a party and being like, actually, this party that everybody's having fun in actually sucks, and you all are weird for enjoying it. Like, brother, you don't have to enjoy yourself here. You can go. Reaves did knock down the second free throw. They hit Battle cutting back door, and he gets fouled by Vincent. Jamison Battle being the savior of the Raptors a little bit tonight here in this fourth quarter. Who would have thought it? Gabe Vincent getting taken advantage of him. K. Hazy said the West bottom teams have been really bad though. They have been. I don't think there's as big of a difference between the East and the West. Well, a little bit. I mean, Denver's dealing with a bunch of injuries. Denver, Houston, and OKC, I think, are probably the 3 best teams in the league before you finally get to the Knicks is 4. And then the Lakers are probably right behind them at probably 5. And then the Spurs are there too. Like, I don't know. I'd put the Spurs over the Lakers personally, but Jamison Battle missed the first free throw. Can't be missing free throws at this point in the game, buddy. He does knock down the second one at least. Oh, got to put the Gamecast back up for you guys. There you go. Reaves gets it over to LeBron. James has it up top. Being guarded by Barnes. They get it over to Reaves on the left wing. Coming to his left off the Ayton screen. Just puts up the 3. Comes up short on it. Long rebound. Battle keeps it alive to the Raptors. Knocks it back to Shed. And Shed will bring it down. Home run pass over to Barnes in the left corner. Hits Mamukelashvili in the paint. Hits Battle cutting back door, and he lays it up and in with the left hand over Ayton. Jamison Battle doing all the scoring here in the fourth quarter for the Raptors. Reaves bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Shed. Coming to his left off the Ayton screen. They get it over to James. Brings it over to Hachimura. Back to James. James has it up top, being guarded by Barnes. Driving to his left. Loses the handle. Kicks it out to Laravia. Driving to his left. Stops, turns, spins. Kicks it out. Hachimura ran off the line. Driving to his right. Mid-range. Foul line pull-up jumper at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Way off. And then the Raptors can't secure the rebound. Knocked out of bounds between Battle and Mamukelashvili. It's going to stay with the Lakers. You get a nice defensive stop, and you get positioning to grab the rebound, but you can't haul it in. These are the kind of mistakes that could cost you a game. You're not careful enough. Reaves driving it down, step back, leans in, draws the foul on Shed. Reaves will go to the foul line, 2 free throws. Jay Amer said, after all I've been through as a New York fan, any close game is good for me. Mara said, a lot of people do in Giants channels that I watch, that they're just like Debbie Downers in the chat. Some people care more about like the viewer numbers. I care more about like making sure everybody's having a good time at the party, Reaves knocks down both free throws, knocking it back to a 1-point game. 4:22 to go. Shed bringing it down. Shed hands it, fakes the handoff to Mamu. Now back up top to Mamu. Mamu back to Shed on the right wing. Pump fakes. Shed gets it over to Ingram. Trying to get it to Barnes. Ingram, step back mid-range jumper. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound finds its way back over to Ingram. Shoves it over to Mamu. Pump fakes from 3, driving it down. Euro steps. And an offensive foul on the Raptors. I think Reaves stepped in to draw the charge. You're Mamu there. You just got to stop short and shoot that floater. And go barreling into the lane like that. We're going to get a full Lakers timeout here. Under 4 to go. And a 1-point lead for Toronto. Excuse me. Karen said, some people just like to come in upset to upset people to start chat fights. Yeah, that's why I get them out of there. Why I get them out of here. Care more about the chat having a good time than, worrying about one less viewer on the stream. Not that big of a deal. AB said, OKC is going to be undefeated, I guess. They're going to win the NBA Cup in the finals. Yeah, it's looking like that. Yeah, it's looking like that. Look, man, anything could happen, though. This is why you play the games. They could suffer some injuries. They could, have a bad shooting series and lose to the Rockets or lose to the Nuggets and not even make it to the finals. A bunch of things could happen. LeBron will bring it down. Under 4 to go. James has it up top. They get it over to Ayton. Ayton has it in the high post. Hands it off to Reaves. Coming to his left. Pulls it out. In the paint. Lobs it up top to Ayton, and he lays it up and in. Again, the easiest job in the world is being a center on a team with Luka, Reaves, and LeBron. Easiest job in the NBA right now. And the Lakers have retaken a 1-point lead. 116, 115, 3:30 to go. Ingram has it up top, being guarded by Reaves. Dancing with it against LeBron. On a switch, coming to his left. Ingram holding on to it a little too long. Over the top pass to Mamu. Kicks it out quickly. Pump fakes over to Ingram. Ingram, a left corner 3. Misfired all night long, but he sneaks in for his own offensive rebound, but then gets chased down, blocked by Ayton. It doesn't matter because they called the offensive foul on Ingram as he used the off arm to push off of Austin Reaves. Very blatantly, by the way, too. Very blatantly. It wasn't as blatant as I thought, but when he did come up to shove off of Reaves, he came, that's a flop. That's a flop from Reaves. Looking at the replay, he makes contact with his chin. Let me see it again. No, that's a hard hit. Hard hit. Got clocked in the jaw a little bit. All right. Not as much of a flop. Still a little bit of a flop, but not as much of a flop. It's a tough hit for sure. It's a tough hit. Doug Fresh said, please let Toronto win. Boom Pei said, come on, Toronto, do it for the people. I don't think it's a big deal whoever wins tonight. I don't really think it's a big deal. Because I'm not really worried about the Raptors as a Knicks fan. And the Lakers are out there in the West, so it doesn't matter to me. Jay Hammer said, team cannot upset you. You have to be realistic about the experience from the start. True. Austin Reaves with 42 points tonight. LeBron with only 6. He is in jeopardy. He has the longest NBA streak of 10 points per game. He needs 2 more baskets here. He's got 3 minutes to get it. But it's too close of a game to really stat pad here for LeBron. It's not a flagrant foul. The officials went to go look at it because Reaves got hit in the face, and you have to look at those, I guess. It's just a regular common foul on Ingram. Turnover for the Raptors. Ball going back to the Lakers here. They are down by 1. 116-115. Lakers holding on to a lead here. Reaves will bring it down. Here we go. Final 3 minutes of the game. Reaves gets it over to James. James on the right wing. James still holding on to it. Finally gets it over to Reaves. Coming to his right. Pocket pass to James. Gets it knocked out by Quickly. He dives on it. Steals it. Over to Barnes. Over to Shed. Pump fakes under the basket. Good defense from the Lakers to hustle back to get it out to Ingram. Driving it down. Pulls it back out. And they get over to Barnes. Being guarded by Reaves. They show double team inside to Mamoukalashvili. Gets the layup and the foul on Deandre Ayton. And the Raptors retake the lead now. Bad timing on the turnovers for Austin Reaves here in the fourth quarter. Okay, Hazy said, Raptors about to snap Braun's streak. Yeah, it's on the verge of coming to an end. We're about to witness history. We are about to witness history. Mamoukalashvili knocks down his and 1 free throw, giving them a 2-point lead here. 2:34 to go. Reaves up top, coming to his right off the Ayton screen. Reaves gets it over to James. Back to Reaves. Reaves coming to his left. A deep pull-up 3 for him. Not a good shot, but he's made them all night, but he misses that one. Ingram with the rebound. Here comes Barnes bringing it down for the final 2 minutes here in the fourth quarter. They have a 2-point lead. I believe the largest lead of the game was 2. Barnes now has it against Reaves. Crosses over to his left, loses the handle, picks it back up, kicks it out to Mamoukalashvili. He fires away on the quick catch and shoot off the back rim. Long rebound. Barnes able to grab it. He dives on it, saves it over to Quickly. Quickly coming to his left. Steps back over to Shed. Shed fires the left corner 3. Comes up short. Barnes knocks the rebound loose. Reaves able to pick it up. Over to LeBron. He's going to put his head down, attack, draws a lot of contact, gets the lefty layup to go. No foul call, though. A lot of contact, and we're tied back up at 118. He needs one more basket, guys. He needs one more basket. The Lakers need one more basket to take a lead. The Raptors need a basket to take a lead. We're tied up here at 118 with 1:30 to go, 90 seconds remaining. Jamal Shed has it on the left wing, being guarded by Reaves. They get it over to Ingram, up top, being guarded by LaRavia. Ingram's dancing with it. He's struggled. He's been very inconsistent tonight. Ingram picks up his dribble. They get it over to Shed. Back to Ingram. He fires with the shot clock winding down. Comes up short on it. Battle for the rebound. And James able to grab it. Here comes Reaves bringing it down. Reaves coming to his left. Spins to his right. Kicks it out to James. James back to Reaves. Coming to his left off the James screen. Pocket pass to James. Driving it down in the paint. Pump fake spin. Fall away jumper gets blocked by Barnes. And now here comes Ingram. Great defense from Scottie Barnes. Ingram bringing it down the other way. We're officially under a minute. Ingram up top being guarded by Laravia. Driving to his right, stops, turns, spins to his left. Gets it down low to Mamu. Back to Ingram. Foul line jumper. Got it to go. Big time shot for Ingram. Great passing and two-man game between Ingram and Mamu Kalashvili there. Reaves bringing it down. Quickly blowing past the defense to the lane. And gets the layup to go. And he wants a foul call. He's screaming at the official. Quickly. Hands it off to Ingram. Ingram has it up top. 30 seconds to go. We're tied at 120. Ingram, pass fake. Gets it over to Barnes. Barnes back out to Ingram. Ingram up top being guarded by Ayton on a switch here. Crosses over down the lane to his left. Can't get the scoop layup to go. And Reaves will bring it down. Lakers have the ball. 120. And LeBron said, go to work. Go to work, Austin Reaves. Do your thing. Reaves driving to his right behind the back. Gets it over to LeBron. LeBron's going to drive it down. Kicks it in the corner. Hachimura, open three. And at the buzzer, he knocks it down. The game is over. And that's it. How poetic. LeBron gets criticized his whole career for for being the guy who makes the right pass at the end instead of being selfish enough to take the final shot. And sitting at 8 points and having the longest unbroken streak of having at least scored 10 points in an NBA game, sitting at 8 points, the ball swings to him off a double team from Austin Reaves, swings it over to LeBron, and instead of LeBron saying, I'm going to take this shot, he attacks the closeout, drives it down, collapses the defense, swings it out to Hachimura, and Hachimura rewards him by knocking down the three at the buzzer, and they walk away with the victory. Woo. And there it is. What a great ending. What a great ending. How poetic of an ending that is. Kay Hayes said they knew it was going to LeBron. They didn't know he was passing it, though, I'll tell you that. That was very much poetic. It was. It was. LeBron gets criticized his whole career about not being selfish enough to just force a final shot over a double team or a contested final shot. Like, you're the best guy on the team. You got to take those shots. And he's like, 2 defenders on me, I'm going to make the right play every time. And still, in year, at 40 years old, in year whatever it is, 22 for him, still makes the right play. Takes it in the corner to the open Rui Hachimura, and he rewards him by knocking down the three. Woof. Woof. Rose, Pierre, OMG, George Jones, great ending, K-Hazy Pro. That was very much poetic. Very poetic, man. Very poetic. This might be LeBron's last season. I'm going to say he's 4 for 17 tonight. Either he's still rounding. He did have 11 assists and 6 rebounds, though. But the first time since, I think, his rookie year, LeBron scored 8 points. Not his rookie year. I think 2011. Then he scored 8 points in the finals or something like that. That's the big hang-up on LeBron. So since then, it's been a decade. It's been a decade since we've seen LeBron in double figures. He said, well, if he didn't hit it, he'd be overtime. Yeah. But, he could have just taken the shot and been like, hey, if I make it, I get to my 10 points. If I miss it, we go to overtime, and I'm more likely to get to 10 points. So he could have just taken the shot. Just that to LeBron, pass first legend. Yeah. I think it'll, ultimately be one of the things he leaves behind in the game when he finally retires. The guy who popularized just making the right play. Kay Hayes said next bronze streak will be points in a game. Jane Hammer said year 62 still taking a licking, keeps on ticking. Yeah, I think I don't know. He looked old. This is the first time I think I've watched LeBron and felt like, oh man, I don't see LeBron out there. Like that's not the LeBron I've watched the past 20 years. The first time, this season that I've watched him. Not this season, but this is the first time I've ever watched him and been like, ooh, that's not LeBron anymore. It's a different player. Just that's a Jazz tomorrow, everyone. Yes, Jazz tomorrow. I haven't watched the Jazz all year. Larry Markkinen scares me because we have nobody to guard him. The Jazz did end up coming back and beating the Nets by 13. I mean, they are the Nets, but they scored 42 in that fourth quarter. So Larry Markkinen, Keyshawn George. I mean, not Keyshawn. Keyshawn George. Is it Keyshawn? No, Keontae George. Jeez Louise. Finally got his name right. Keontae George, 29 and 10. He's having a fantastic year for Utah, along with Larry Markkinen. It was supposed to be along with Walker Kessler, and they were supposed to be halfway decent, somewhat okay. They are 8 and 13, so not a complete disaster. The Jazz, I'm nervous about this game tomorrow. I am nervous about this game tomorrow against the Utah Jazz. They are a decent team. They're well coached. They have good players. And the Knicks, if they don't take them seriously, will end up losing. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. So we will be live tomorrow, 7:30 start time, so we'll be live again at 7. David Osh Jr. said Tuesday is the Monday night. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Jay Hammer said, so you think he'll retire at the end of the season? I think it's a more likely chance he retires now after watching that game. I mean, he looks old. Looks old. I don't know if he could do this another full season after this season, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe he'll get better as the season goes on, and he's just kind of warming himself up. This has only been like his 4th, 5th game back or something like that. So who knows? Who knows? Either way, final score 123-120. Rui Hachimura wins it at the buzzer. Nice big old ending there. Hey, we watched a good game tonight, right? We watched a good game tonight. I think we would have been. I think we were in the clear with either of the games we would have chosen because the 76ers Warriors game ended up being interesting at the end anyway, even though it was a blowout for most of the night. Warriors made it interesting, and they almost won it. David said, the Red Velvet tomorrow? Against the Jazz? Nah, I'm not going to do Red Velvet against the Jazz. We might do Red Velvet against the Magic. We might do Red Velvet on Tuesday for the tournament game. So we'll see. Against the Raptors. We'll see. But definitely not against the Jazz. I try to match the outfit with the opponent, like the severity of the opponent, the importance of the game. Try to match the outfit. So I might go with something a little bit more casual. Maybe something like this, where it's just a white shirt, maybe a funky tie. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see what I'm feeling tomorrow, how I'm feeling. But the Warriors did end up losing, so that's going to be good for the Knicks as the Raptors fall to 15-8. I don't think the standings are going to be updated, but they do fall to 15-8. So the Knicks are now sitting pretty at the 2nd seed all by themselves yet again. And they have a game against the Magic coming up, so that'll be a tough game again. But they got to take care of business against the Utah Jazz tomorrow. With that being said, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Of course, shout out to all of the channel members who have decided to support this channel financially. It is very cheap to become a channel member. It's simply a support tier. It's about $2 a month or something like that. So if you can afford it, I'd appreciate it. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will catch you tomorrow at 7:30. Another good game out on the books, and we keep moving. We keep moving. With that being said, brush your teeth before bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.